actual full costume.
You do. I want to see.
Okay, I think this will probably be work. If not, I might need to get something thicker than the wig cap. But
Yeah.
for now, I think wig cap will work. I just have to do it lightly and then carefully. If not, then I will suffer.
Patsy.
But yes. Hello, stream. Welcome.
Hello, stream.
We're being silly.
Can you see it on your end, the game?
Yeah, I can see the game. It goes bow, 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 bow. You know. As you do.
I don't know if I'd describe the song like that, but sure. I'm sure it does
Wait,
go bow,
you
bow, bow, bow,
wouldn't?
bow, bow, bow.
You wouldn't? Are you
No,
sure?
I wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure I was described as going bow, 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 bow.
Well, I'm sure chat will confirm whether or not that is actually what it sounds like.
I think chat will agree with me. Chat knows what's best for them.
What's best for them?
I said what I said. What, you have a problem with it?
No,
Then you
no.
can take it up to the police.
I don't want to get involved with the police. I need to not
Yeah, neither
get
do
involved with
I.
the police.
Getting involved with the police is annoying.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're
It's one of those
technically on
things where I
probation.
sit back.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just like the thing of me sitting back and realizing, like, yes, this is a memory I have. The fact that apparently a gun was pulled on my brother and like this just wasn't informed to me a while ago.
Oh my god. What the fuck are
It
you talking
happened
about?
a long time ago. Okay, to be clear, this happened a long time ago, as in like several years. But like,
I'm so glad this is what the stream gets to open up with. Please continue.
I was in college at this time, so like starting or something. I don't know. My brother was driving and then got pulled over for his ticket or something and panicked, so he got out of the car and then a gun was pulled on him because of that. And I'm like, hey,
Oh my god.
okay, to be fair, yes, you panicking and then jumping out of your car, some, yes, that would have totally done it.
Yeah.
However, a gun was also pulled on you, which. Yeah. And then the fact that it was like just like, you know, something that I just discovered later on, like half a year later of like, yeah, this just happened. I'm like, no one was gonna tell me? I mean, fair, because I don't tell you anything. But also, no one was gonna tell me that this happened.
No one's gonna tell me.
Like,
oh my god.
I feel like if a gun was pulled on me, I would let you know.
Well, you know... You say that, and I love you. I have a weird feeling you might just forget about it. And, like, forget to tell me for about 2 years. Until one day you were like, oh yeah, I remember that time I got a gun pulled on me. And we're all like, what do you mean? And you're like, what, I didn't tell you about that? And we were like, and we'd be like, no, you didn't.
I can't believe that you're using my fatal error memory against me. That's so mean.
I sure am.
I'm a good person, and just because I occasionally forget things doesn't mean I'm not a good person. Okay?
Never did I say you weren't a good person. I'm just saying you forget to tell us things.
I don't forget to tell anyone anything ever. Okay, so this one seems to work better slightly. However, it's the thing that it seems to be clumping up the makeup-ish. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure this out.
Yeah,
okay.
We will.
If anything, I can get other things and hope for the best.
You are very powerful.
I just think makeup is fun.
Makeup is
a thing
fun.
that I will do casually.
I wish I had
Casually,
more.
I will do. It's okay. I have a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
I need to figure out if I'm... Because I think I'm just going to go in my same... I don't know if I want to spend a bunch of money on another outfit. Especially if I'm going to buy a bunch of shit at the Ren Fair, but... I'm debating.
Yeah, I mainly was like, I was going to plan on just wearing the same outfit, but then it does not fit anymore. I'm like,
oh,
that's fine. Okay, so I'm like, this is fine. We go like, I'm not gonna bother anymore. I will buy a new outfit. This is fine. So it's
It will
okay,
be
because
great.
fun.
Yeah.
It will
Alright.
be great,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll have fun, and I'll hang out with my friends, and it'll be silly. But in other news, welcome to the stream, everyone. Today we are playing Murmurs on the Yangtze River, where we are now at the judicial part of it, where it's like, hey, we need to compare every single person's alibi to each other to say, like, okay, we know that Afu is saying the truth. Everyone else could be lying. So it's like the thing of like, here is our truth machine, and everyone else is lying. And now it's like, okay, we then have to go back and be like, okay, now we know you're saying the truth because you were with us at this point in time. You were with us during this, so you have to say the truth here. So that means, therefore, that means we must have also seen this thing. And we'll get there. But like for now, this is what we know. In other news,
Thank you.
you should check out fun fact. So while I have Regen open and I have the thing, you should also check out
Are we advertising letters?
yeah,
Yeah,
letters
yeah.
of who has comms open on Regen as well. Let me make sure that that's the correct link.
Yes. Please. Our friend Letters has recently got into modeling and doing live 2D stuff.
They've got
and you should absolutely go commission them.
And they got some VTuber things that are really cheap, and you should commission them so they can get better, and then also raise their commission prices because they do a great job and it's really
nice. They do a really good job. I cannot pin on my phone, so I guess we're gonna do it manually on my computer.
Oh, I could.
No, it's too late. I already did it.
It's too late. Yeah. So yeah, you can com Letters, or you can com me, and yeah.
Yep. All right. Yep. Let's do it. Okay. I've been dying to do more. I want to figure out what's going on.
I want to figure out what's going on.
I also saw their emails at the bottom of the screen, and I'm like, I know it's for translation emails and stuff, but I'm like, would they be upset if I just sent them an email being like, your game is really, really good and I really like it, I have no notes?
I don't think so. I think that's always the thing of like, from a game point perspective, right? If you received an email, it's like, hey, yeah, this is the email for like help, and you see that, you're like, oh, thanks. You know?
Yeah. But I know some people are like, hey, this is the help email specifically, and we thought this wasn't like a thing we had to fix, and then it's not. I don't know. We know what I am.
It depends on like how big the game is.
True.
Because I feel like this is not a big AAA game.
True.
To say the least.
We'll see. Eventually.
Okay, eventually.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Let's begin the second round of inquiry. The last time we all saw Old Ling was also in this dining hall. Not long ago, John discovered that he had been stabbed to death in the engine room. The weapon that killed him was the hairpin Yinzhou wore on her head. Since the hairpin had yet to be stolen during investigations of Madame Ying's murder scene, preliminary assessment shows that Old Ling's time of death was shortly after Madame Ying's. Now, I would like everyone to talk about what you've been through after leaving Madame Ying's murder scene.
Bum, bum.
I'm sorry, this scene here.
After the incident, Liang Xin brought Afu and me back to the cabin to rest. Afu didn't seem well, so I brought him some pastries and cleaned the blood off his hands. Then I spent some time trying to remove the box from Afu's hand. Not long after, Mr. Shen and Elle arrived. After Mr. Shen left, Afu and I stayed put until Shipmaster Lo assembled us.
Very well. Next, please.
Oh, right. No, this is you.
Oh, no. Okay, give it a second. Sorry, it disconnected me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're all good.
I thought you were waiting on me.
Your stream was all good.
I hope my stream's all good.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking. Sorry. Let me check that real quick. And then after that, I'll come back.
It looks like it's good.
Seems like it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. After I helped Yinchu and Afu settle down, I reported to the shipmaster at the cockpit. When Mr. Shen and Elle came to investigate, we all saw Hao Chu's body fall down. I took over the helm while the shipmaster went out to assess the situation. You were alone in the cockpit for so long. Is there anyone who can prove it? Isn't the fact that the ship didn't overturn and feed you to the Lone King the best proof? To be fair, ships can go for a while without anyone steering it.
Hypothetically, yes.
So.
Depends where they were, I guess.
Yeah. But like, if you're in the middle of the calm open sea and you're like, yeah, okay. You can just go sometimes. Anyway, you can't say that word on a ship. It's bad luck. Bad luck, I tell you. Which word? Overturn? You... Why'd you say it again? Take it back, or else it's a bad omen. Enough. Mr. Wu Tenmin, it's your turn to testify. Gentlemen, there's nothing for me to say, right? What? Feeling guilty? Guilty? Heh. Your big brother's the least guilty person on this ship. Ever since I left the room, I've been reciting scriptures on deck to keep the ship safe. Everyone on board has seen and understand my hard work and dedication, except you, Longshin. That's enough. Next. While you were investigating Madame Yin's death, I was at the helm. After Yao Chu's body fell, I realized we were in danger and asked Lan Xin to take over. When Mr. Shen and Mr. Joseph were examining Yao Chu's body, I was by their side. Then Mr. Joseph asked many questions about Yao Chu and made me bring him to the cockpit. When no one responded to the elegant engine telegraph, we went to the engine room together. When we arrived, Mr. Shen and Elle were already there. Very well. Next, please.
I've been with Mr. Shen the entire time. We pretty much went to every single place on the ship.
All right, now the last one. After leaving the murder scene, I was resting. Oh yeah. After leaving the murder scene, I was resting inside the room. It was super quiet. I was feeling dizzy and wanted to sleep. But someone kept reciting scriptures. It wasn't that loud, but it was so annoying. Thank goodness he didn't take care of me and help me take the vacuum glove box off. Then the detective came, fixed my tongue, and told us not to go outside. Very well. Now, everyone has provided new statements. Mr. Shen, is there anything wrong with the statements this time?
Not everyone has explained everything they've been through fully. One person's description does not match the situation I saw during investigations. Good question, because I don't know. I didn't notice anything that jumped out at me. Did anything jump out at you?
I think the only thing that jumped out at me was like the sound. And so now I'm like, okay, wait. I don't think it's her.
I was resting in Afu's room at the time. Afu wasn't feeling well, so I took him to him and helped him remove the box from his hand. Not soon after Mr. Shen and Elle came, we remained in the room after that. After I helped Chu and Afu settle down, I returned to the cockpit. Then Mr. Shen and Elle came. We saw Hao Chu's body fall from the roof. When the shipmaster went out to check the situation, I stayed at the helm. Ever since I left the room, I've been reciting scriptures and praying for blessings on deck. Everyone saw how dedicated I was. First, I was at the helm. After discovering the murder of Hao Chu, I went to check the situation at the bow of the ship with Mr. Shen. After that, I was with Mr. Joseph. Mr. Shen with the investigation, so I went to every place on the ship. I was resting inside the room.
Lung Shin.
Him.
Yeah, because didn't we... Someone told us about the pork, right? I think that was Lung Shin.
About the what?
So, pork. Remember how we're like, oh yeah, this, and it's like, oh no, that's because of this, right? Like, because he said that... Eh? Bessie?
No, sorry, that was me making a noise with my mouth, and it was louder than I intended.
It wasn't a sneeze?
No, it was just me, like, clicking my tongue. But it was very weird. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine. Fine. Anyway, but... It was me staring at this, like... Because remember how that... Something hit...
Yeah, no one's mentioned the hit. Like, that the ship took a hit.
Mm-hmm. But he's the only person who technically mentioned it, because he mentioned it with, the body falling from the roof, right?
Yeah, but that, I think, counts inherently, but, like, she didn't mention it, he didn't mention it, Afu didn't technically mention it.
It's super quiet, except for...
Do you want to try his and see where it takes us?
Yeah,
I think it has to be one of these three, obviously, because I do think it's one of these three that did it. Because I think this is true. I'm pretty sure Elle has been with us the entire time. I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure, unless they didn't and I've forgotten.
I don't think so. No, I think. Yeah, because if we go.
No. Yeah, I just don't think that's.
Isn't that different? Okay. Aww. Thanks. Jima's description. You love your letters.
Oh, thank you, letters. I'm sorry, it wasn't loading on my phone.
I don't know letters. That seems very weird to me. Maybe it was because, someone opened up comms and, had a comms for a thing. You mean... See, here's the thing. I read that aggressively and I hear cutely. Because it was very cute when you did it. So, I don't know. I don't know here. Okay. Yeah, we can't go back that far.
I wish we could, because I want to know... Because here's my thought. There's a chance maybe there was a point whenever Elle left and I just don't remember that.
Yeah. Because, like... My whole thing is centering around... Okay, do you want to try Elle first, and then, Shu? That was his name? Yeah. Or do you want to try him first? Because I feel like he did something too. I know that he was registering scriptures. Remember that specifically. Because there was a point in time that we passed and he was sitting there being silly, right?
And well, here's, like, because here's the thing. We do have that, and we do have... Afu, who said that, like, it was super quiet except for someone who kept reciting scriptures, so annoying. Which does imply that it kept happening.
He was there. Yeah. Tongue and torsion to put inside. So...
How about we look at... How about we approach this differently then? I'm gonna reread Afu's and the captain's, because maybe it's whoever... Well, actually, no, it's emphasizing that someone's description does not match the situation I saw during investigations.
Yeah.
So...
Hello, Mooney.
Hello, Mooney.
I am not Columbo Core. Well, I mean, I could be. I don't know who Columbo is, so I cannot help you with this. Okay, anyway.
Mr. Shen and Elle came. We remained in the room after that. After I helped Yin Shu and after settled down, I returned to the cockpit. We've already tried him, so we know that he's fine. Mr. Shen and Elle came. We saw Hao Chu's body fall from the roof. When the shipmaster went out to check the situation, he stayed at the helm. Ever since I left the room, I've been reciting scriptures and praying for blessings on deck. Everyone saw how dedicated I was. At first, I was at the helm, discovering the murder of Hao Chu. I went to check the situation at the bow of the ship with Mr. Shen. After that, I was with Mr. Joseph. I helped Mr. Shen with investigations. We went to every place on the ship.
Okay. So right now, we have 3 people that we know are correct. The other 3 we don't know for sure.
Yeah, well,
while we believe
my only thought is if it's something, because the thing is that the people we know are innocent might still have incorrect information, but that might be what we have to talk about because of that, but I'm not sure.
I'm not saying that it's not because they're innocent. I'm saying that we know that this information is true. As I know for sure that Ginchu and Afu were both inside the room. Hey, Doshi. You guys are being so silly now, okay? Letters wants to honk at me because I said that they have a V-Gen that has really nice pixel commissions and also live 2D modeling, and I think that people should go and commission them, right? And so Letters is angry at me for silly reasons. Mooney is saying I'm Columbus Core. And not Columbus, sorry.
Columbus Core.
I don't know who Columbo is, okay? And I'm very confused and I'm sitting here, okay? Because we're trying to figure this out. I don't think so either. Anyway, so yeah. What I was saying was that I think that Ginchu and Afu are saying the truth, because that's from what I remember of them rusting, and they both collaborate at how they stayed in the room that whole time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we have, what's it called? Lin Shen, who told us specifically, and we tried testing it. It's like, oh no, whatever he said was correct, right? So if we say that those 3 are the people we know for sure, that leaves us with, One Chu, Shipmaster Lo, and L.
Do we want a hint, or do we want to guess one more time before we do a hint?
I want to say we guess one more time.
Okay. Who do you want to say it is?
Because I want to say...
If we're picking between these 2, which one do you want to press?
L.
L?
Yeah.
No.
That wasn't L.
Mr.
Okay.
Shen, are you talking about me? Is it because I didn't explain it carefully enough?
Yes.
Let me explain in more detail. After leaving Madame Yin's room, Mr. Shen and I moved her body to the crew cabin. Mr. Shen thanked me, and I replied that there's no need for that. I only did what I should.
No, please continue.
That will suffice, Elle. You have indeed. Okay, let's do a hint.
Okay.
Because I feel like
one of the 2.
I feel like there's something we're missing that we can't remember. Recall the situation on the deck when Sheng Qingping and Elle transported Miss Yin's body. The actual situation contradicts so... Okay. Let's think about that. Recall the situation on deck when Sheng Qingping and Elle transported Miss Yin's body. The actual situation contradicts someone's testimony.
Yeah, because I think he was there.
This guy?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
The person who did not explain everything fully was you, Mr. Timan.
Oh,
Timan.
Wu Timan.
Wu Timan.
I need to remember his name, because I forgot it clearly.
Master Wu, you said you were praying for blessings on the deck the entire time, but... Mr. Shen and I didn't see you on deck when we headed towards the cockpit. Yeah, see, that would have been a detail that I just would have forgotten, because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
That's okay.
A lot of preparation to be done prior to the Long King for blessing.
Look who's missing something from his little sword. Look who's missing a little golden piece. Look, the thing he's holding, the religious thing he's holding? Do you see how it's missing something and has a broken red string on it?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah. I love it that they do that. Yeah. I love that so much.
That's a good idea.
Because that's literally that's literally that.
It is, yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
We go.
Anyway, continue. I just saw that and I gasped in my heart.
Toshi says that Columbo is an old-timey newsy guy who solved crimes. He's a man who disarmed killers by how silly and off-kilter he was. And then Columbo swims in and solves the murder. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes I know a lot of information in my head, okay? Okay,
Anyway, I think I'm now very confident my first theory was correct, that he actually fucking staged the bullshit that happened a couple years ago. I think that's completely what happened.
Really?
But thank you, Mooney.
Mooney died before me. Oh.
Anyway.
I was trying and then Mooney said no and screamed. I'm like, oh no, my mouse is being weird now. Anyway. A lot of preparations need to be done to pray to the Lone King for blessings. All the different gods need different offerings. There's no point in explaining it to you. I was busy with this and that on the deck. Maybe we missed each other.
If Wu Timen was on the deck the entire time, what does the appearance of this item mean? Mr. Timen, have you ever noticed a copper coin is missing from your sword?
Oh, I didn't. This copper coin must have helped me dodge a bullet.
Coincidentally, I found the missing copper coin. I now return it to you.
You have my thanks.
What's more coincidental is that I found it inside my cabin. Mr. Timen, how do you explain this?
Well, that's... Man, you're not the murderer that Afu saw enter Mr. Shad's room, are you? Wu Longxin, you ungrateful brat. Don't you sling mud at me.
I don't think that's the end of this story. I don't think it's as easy as that.
It's not as easy.
I remember the copper coin was still on your sword when we investigated Madame Yin's room.
The candlestick. The candlestick moved on its own. The Lone King is after our lives.
Yeah, so he wasn't the person who ran into our room. That's because I still think it's fucking her that ran into our room.
Yeah.
At the moment, I believe you are not the person Afu saw. However, about you sneaking into my room. I need a reasonable explanation from you.
After Yingzhou's incident, I did go to Mr. Shen's room, but I only did it for the safety of everyone on board. A Taoist priest told me that we need to prepare 6 bags of pork for the Lone King.
But you stole wine straight from our room.
But there wasn't enough on the ship, so I had no choice but mix in some pig ears and snout. I didn't want to risk angering the Lone King, so I borrowed the wine from your cabin. To be honest, I needed top quality aged wine. Choosing this foreign wine made me nervous. Where are these offerings now? I split them into 3 yin and 3 yang bags, and threw them all one by one into the river. What? You threw all the pork I stored into the water? And my red Bordeaux. How much do those things cost? I'll pay you. I was going to tell you, but you all seemed busy.
No, you could have told us right now. You little fucking idiot. Wu Timen should be telling the truth now. I saw him throw the offerings into the water.
Yeah, we did see him. 1 bag to suppress the demons. One bag to remove ill fortune. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. There's an ample portion of pork along with some pig ears and snouts to pay our respects. If you choose to accept it, please clear away the bad omens in this water.
If Wu Timen is telling the truth, then a contradiction exists in this statement. Okay, after Yingzhou died, I indeed went to Mr. Shen's cabin, but it was to borrow wine to offer to the Lone King. I divided the wine and other offerings into 6 bags and threw them into the water 1 bag at a time. That would contradict Afu's, I think. Right?
Wait, go back to see what did they say again?
He said, after Yinju died, I indeed went to Mr. Shen's cabin, but it was to borrow wine to offer to the Loon King. I divided the wine and other offerings into 6 bags and then threw them into the water 1 bag at a time.
Okay.
Because hypothetically that would mean... So...
Super quiet except for someone reciting scriptures. Okay, what is... I don't know for sure.
Well, my thought is that he seems to imply that it was happening the whole time, but if he's implying it happened the whole time and we just proved that it wasn't, then
yeah,
that could be me jumping the gun a little bit. I was resting in Afu's room at the time. Afu wasn't feeling well, so I took care of him and helped him remove the box from his hand. Not soon after, Mr. Shen and Elle came in. We remained in the room after that. After I helped Yinju and Afu settle down, I returned to the cockpit. Then Mr. Shen and Elle came. We saw Haochu's body fall from the roof. When the shipmaster went to check out the situation, I stayed at the helm. At first, I was at the helm. Then after discovering the murder of Haochu, I went to check the situation at the bow of the ship with Mr. Shen. After that, I was with Mr. Joseph. I helped Mr. Shen with the investigation, see whatever place in the ship. And then I was resting in the room. I was feeling dizzy and wanted to sleep. It was super quiet except for someone who kept reciting scriptures. So annoying. Thank goodness young Yunchu took care of me and helped me take the vacuum glove off. Then the detective fixed my tongue and told us not to go outside.
Yeah, I would say Afu's then.
Yeah, because
Afu's the only one who mentioned sound.
Right. So I'm like, it has to be because who else could it possibly be? But here's my... Because the only other one I could possibly think of would be maybe him, because hypothetically maybe he should have seen him on the way out, or something, but I think it's, because here's my thought, right?
Yeah.
So, hypothetically, I was feeling dizzy and wanted to sleep. Who's to say Afu didn't pass out at some point?
Yeah, I think Afu passed out and Yinchu left because
we've already said like
Yinchu was a little bit off of the first thing, and this second thing is probably it.
Yeah, I think that what I'm hoping is going to happen is we click this, and the implication is that he thought it was happening at the whole time because he passed out for the period that he wasn't reciting scriptures. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yippee! I think we're on it. I think we got it. I think we're fucking nailing it. Are you proud of us, Mooney? Do you think we're doing it? Are we doing good?
Yeah, we're doing great. We did
Afu, actually. Did you hear anything else besides the sound of someone reciting scriptures?
Nothing else. That sound won't be enough for making me dizzy.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
If you were so focused on the noise outside your door, you must have also heard the sound of Mr. Wu tossing the bags of offerings and his shouting.
1 bag to remove ill fortune.
Those sounds should have been more rancorous. Because she knocked you out! She fucking drugged you! Or someone fucking drugged you. I think it's her, but you know.
I think she drugged you. You can't look at a person feeding you food and be like, okay, that's not drugged.
That's what I felt
like,
immediately.
Hey, yeah,
I was
the first thing that happened in the case is like, yeah, you were drugged.
Listen. You can dislike my theory all you want, but I think we're getting closer and closer to being that Morgan was right. I bet it's getting there.
Your theory that they were related, no.
Yes!
No, that theory's wrong, Morgan.
No!
I don't know why you're trying to convince people that's true. It's not. That's wrong.
I'm gonna fucking screw you. If I'm right, I will never let you live it down.
Okay, but you won't be right, though, so...
I swear to God.
Morgan, you say a lot of things are correct. That one is not.
Why?
About them being related? No.
Why?
No. It's wrong.
Well, I feel like you're gaslighting me on purpose. Why do you think it's not right?
Because there's been, no evidence of it, okay? There's, nothing connected.
There's been a very strong implication of it. I don't know what you mean.
No, it's not. There's been no implication of it.
Okay, let's go over exactly why I made my theory, right? Because I didn't just make it up out of nowhere. So, we have implied that he has been closely tied to the Wu family because they allegedly tried to help him with his sick daughter. Supposedly, and we have no actual evidence of a fucking death certificate, by the way, supposedly his daughter did not survive, despite the help of it. But no, all we have of that...
They did not, specifically, it was that they did not help. He left because they wouldn't help, so he was searching for help instead somewhere else. And his daughter didn't survive. So he now feels angry at the other people because his daughter died. That was the thing that was, like, being implied of, like, oh yeah, he was being... Because his daughter died, and the Wu family did nothing. Try character information.
I'm looking.
No, okay.
That still doesn't mean, that doesn't necessarily disprove my shit though either. Anyway, but listen, he's been following this stupid fucking circus troupe with a girl that looks a lot similar to the fucking daughter. Even though so why is it that he's following the Wu family and also this circus troupe?
Because I think he wants to get back at her. Because I do
why
think that no matter
her specifically? What did she do specifically to him to make her do that? Unless maybe there's another reason why he would want to follow that.
I don't think they're related, though.
Also, need I point out the fact that a big gruff man was supposedly able to be stabbed directly in the heart with no implications of fighting back at all?
Yes, we know this. This is the thing that we're going to address. However, I do not think it's because they're related. I don't know what to like, you're saying a lot of things that I'm like, yes, okay, here's the thing. Like, yes, I do believe that she is the magician troupe. Like, she's a part of the magician troupe, right? That is correct. However, I do not think she's his kid, okay?
I'm gonna keep playing the game.
Anyway.
And I'm gonna stare at you intensely.
That's true. However, I really didn't hear how you speak of detective.
Afu, how could this be?
Maybe it's because I fall asleep? According to Afu's description, he must have fallen into unconsciousness due to vasovagal syncope. No, he does not.
I do have a point. Thank you, Mooney.
No, he does not have a point.
I know Mooney's probably leading me astray and gaslighting me further, but I do have a point. Thank you.
You know.
My theory is not based on fucking nothing.
It's based on theory.
I swear.
A lot of circumstance. No, Toshi. Anyway. Afu, your testimony will not be taken into consideration, but this is crucial information. John, you know what this means. See, I sit here, I'm like, who's John?
If Afu was unconscious within the time that Madam... John is obviously the character from the 11 podcast, don't you know?
yeah, of course, John.
If Afu was unconscious within the time Madam Yin and Old Ling were murdered, someone is unable to provide a reliable alibi, and we know exactly who that is. It's fucking you again. Because you are suspicious. You were holding the stupid fucking cards before. I'm fucking pointing very hard, pointing very fast and rapidly.
Very hard.
The person who is unable to provide a reliable alibi during 2 critical time frames is you, Miss Yin Chu.
Yin Chu? Mr. Shen, could you two be mistaken? Oh no, his has the high-pitched voice. How could my sister possibly be the murderer?
Thank you, Toshi. If Afu was unconscious, this means that he cannot provide an alibi for Miss Yin Chu. When Madam Yin was murdered, Miss Yin Chu said she was alone at the bow of the ship. Other than her brief encounter with Mr. Liang Xin, no one can prove it.
Does that mean everyone else is innocent? John, please tell us how you came to this conclusion.
Given the murderer's consistent modus operandi, especially the reoccurring mahjong cards, we can confirm that the same perpetrator committing these serial crimes. Major premise: the same murderer commits the crimes in succession.
Yeah.
By confirming the alibis, we can rule out several suspects. In Hao Chu's case, we cannot rule out anyone because too many details are unconfirmed. Yadam Yin was killed after she left the dining hall and before Afu entered the room. We can rule out Wu Timan, Joseph Bell, Shen Chunping, and who have remained in the dining room. Due to vasovagal syncope and other reasons, Afu has been proved innocent. Old Ling was murdered after Madame Yin's body was moved and before I entered the engine room. We can rule out El, who was with me the whole time, and Wu Liangxin, who was in the helm, as well as Shipmaster Lo, who was with Liangxin half the time and Joseph the other half. The only person who cannot be ruled out is Yin Chu.
Yeah, you're sus.
So sus.
Yin Chu, you're not possessed by the by the Long King, are you?
No, it wasn't me. I promise. I stayed inside the cabin the whole time. The sound of offerings being tossed into the water, I heard it.
Yin Chu, I must remind you. Hearing the sound of offerings falling into the water cannot prove you were in the room. You could also hear that sound from outside of the room.
Then, what should I do?
There's no need to be overly nervous. Carefully recall the people, places, and things that can provide you with an alibi.
Okay.
You're trying to shuffle cards and you don't have me.
Exactly.
Please provide a more detailed account of your experiences before and after the power outage. So like this whole time. Got it.
Yep. My chest felt stuffy after the game, so I hurried back to my room. That's the other evidence that I have, thank you. After I hurried back to my room to take my asthma medication. We talked about this before. The fact that she has asthma and seems to be very sickly, or is implied to be. Anyway. Then Yinju came, asking me to teach her poker, but I refused because I wasn't feeling well. We were talking when Afu came by, saying he wanted to get a tool. According to Afu, you said you looked unhappy. What happened? That was because Yinju messed up my suitcase, so I was upset. I understand. Please continue. After Afu left, I went to the bow of the ship for some air. I ran into Liangxin on his way to bring the shipmaster Kongi, and we spoke a few words. It felt better after a while. Then I was about to return to my cabin. The power went out. I was alone and scared, so I went to the cockpit to find Liangxin.
Miss Yin Chu, from the bow to the cockpit, are you sure you did not meet anyone?
I didn't notice. It was really dark, without a single spark of light. All I wanted was to find Liangxin. Thankfully, he was in the cockpit with the shipmaster. A contradiction exists between Miss Yin Chu's description and this piece of evidence.
Okay.
Newspaper reporting legend of the Lone King Temple. It says particular square. Blah blah blah. Okay. Pierce through the heart rate, the spikes of the candlestick.
Nope.
The name of food is written on the base to that with the brush. Navigation log.
That hour was for 10 minutes. Or there was something off about that, but we don't know what was off yet.
I don't think we're there yet. Present in the body. Died not too long ago. Let me look. You asked me to teach her poker. I felt upset because she messed up my suitcase. We were talking when Afu came by, saying he wanted to get a tool. After Afu left, I went to the bow of the ship for some air and spoke with Liang Xin. When the power went out, I was scared and went to find Liang Xin in the cockpit. The way to the cockpit was dark without a single spark of light. I didn't notice anyone.
I think it's this.
I think so.
What's the last statement though? Because
I think it's Afu had a light. All I wanted was to find Liang Xin. Thankfully, he was in the cockpit with the shipmaster. I think
it's gotta be the last statement.
And I think it's this and this, because I think we talked about that, right? That Afu.
He saw someone moving and saw the light, and so it was foggy, but like he couldn't tell what it is, but he did. Yeah, there was.
But he was shining a light, so she should have seen the light, hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Hinshu, are you sure the surroundings were pitch black? Yes, I'm sure. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You are neither of these characters.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to... Okay, so the first time I messed up.
Yes, you did. The second time you did.
No, the second time was not a mistake. That was me going yes, and then actually she also saying yes. Oh my god. Okay?
You did not see a single spark of light at all? Yes, not a single spark. That is unreasonable. And I think this also proves that she wasn't coming from the bow to the cockpit, or she would have seen the light. She was going backwards, so Afu saw the back of her, so she didn't see the light. That I'm thinking that's the logic. Anyway.
Yeah. No,
that is unreasonable.
What? Never mind. You can continue.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was saying that like theoretically, you're also true, but I do think it was that she was coming from the bow onto the cockpit. I mean, I guess.
No, because if she was heading... No. The implication here is that if she did exactly what she said she did, she would have seen Afu's light while going to the cockpit.
Yes. I understand now. Yes, you're correct. It was that she had to be facing away.
I am correct.
Are you okay?
And I bet my other theory is also correct.
I think your other theory is completely correct.
That is unreasonable. Afu was holding a kerosene lamp on the deck, and you were facing towards him. How could you have not seen a single spark of light? But I really didn't see any light.
Mr. Joseph, Mr. Shen, my sister has always been afraid of the dark. Morgan does not make more sense. If she really saw a light back then, she would have been so scared. Maybe she entered the cockpit at a different time than Afu leaving his room?
Both Afu and Miss Hinshu changed their courses of action right after the power outage.
I guess right away. I had kerosene lamp close by, so I picked it up and left.
When the power went out, I was scared and went to find Liang Xin in the cockpit. You couldn't see the look I just gave you.
I know I saw the look you gave me, okay? You leave me alone.
Never.
You know exactly which look you gave me.
I gave you the look.
You gave me the look of utter... Yeah, anyway.
Now this is you. This is your turn now.
No, I know this is me. Sorry, I thought of a joke. I'm like...
What joke?
Well, you see, I can see the look you gave me, but you couldn't because you have aphantasia.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna throw you overboard. I'm gonna sacrifice you to the Loon King.
No, I'm not made of pork. I am a little guy. I have never been a pig properly. I don't think that's
that won't stop me.
At some point in time. No. Anyway. But it's impossible for them to act at the same time, right? A slight time difference doesn't invalidate John's theory. Eyes are sensitive to light and darkness. Okay, thank you, Mooney. I'm a Columbo. What do you mean by I just poofed?
What do you mean she just poofed?
I don't understand. I'm still here. Heavy fog tonight. The moon and stars are hidden by clouds. After the power outage, Afu's kerosene lamp should have been the only source of light on deck. In this case, Miss Hinshu would have noticed the light when the lamp was inside the room. Then Afu must be lying.
We've established
Why
that he
can you
would
not
never
accept
lie.
that your sister's...
Well, because I bet he's probably in on it. I bet.
I know, which is more of the like... Oh, as in like, when Morgan tells us, no, don't just disappear, you have to, no, please. I can't believe everyone is conspiring to throw me overboard a ship when they will know I will drown because I cannot swim, and I can swim, but not enough to be able to, for it to matter.
Would you read your line?
Okay, I believe Yangtze is in line, but well, I said also the Zeus.
Afu says he walked out when the lamp with the lamp and saw someone running towards the bow. Yet Miss Yin-Chu says she didn't see anyone or any light on her way to the cockpit. Could it be possible that they are both telling the truth?
They were both mistaken?
Yin-Chu
Why is
had her
that?
back
Why
toward
can I
Afu.
think? Yeah, you should have back
mean,
toward
technically
Afu.
all
No,
of
I'm
these
just
are-
sorry that it's...
Well,
The way that they were both mistaken is often, but no, they were both saying the rightness.
yeah.
Truth. Okay,
If
anyway.
Yin-Chu had her back towards Afu and her face toward the bow of the ship, she would be unable to see the light behind her. Then she did not go to the cockpit from the bow, but instead from Madame Yin's room. The person Afu saw was Yin-Chu. Miss Yin-Chu, you left from Madame Yin's room instead of the bow to go to the cockpit. That is why you did not notice the light from the kerosene lamp behind you. You do this on purpose.
I do not.
There's no reason for you to be doing that.
Sorry.
After you ran to
I have to
Liangshan.
buy cork.
What?
I think I had to buy corks.
Why do you have to buy corks?
Because here's the thing, right? Because part of my cost. Okay, so tangent first. Anyway, part of the thing that I got for my costume is like this little belt, and it came with a bunch of stuff into the side, right? And part of it is like this little potion bottle thing that has like a cork in it, right? And I'm like, okay, yes, this makes sense. And I have the fun idea of like, ooh, I could put what's it called? Moony Immune Revival drink into it, right? And yeah, this would work. However, if I do that, I'm pretty sure that the grape would stain it, and that would be bad. So I'm like, okay, I also don't know if this is good quality cork in the first place. So I'm assuming that I would probably need to get, like, you know, more corks, like a better one instead of the one that's in there. That's the way it works. And if it does get bad, I can just toss it and replace it with a different cork. Why did I say unwrap the cork? Why? I don't know. Like, because I want to be able to drink out of it. I can't just sear wrap it.
What?
But, like, okay.
Why would you drink out of a cork?
Drink out of the potion bottle. Drink out of the potion bottle. Okay, so you're saying it's to sear and wrap the cork so I can drink out of the potion bottle and still stuff the cork in, and I won't have to... Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I just don't like it.
Okay.
Don't blink at me, letters.
Letters, I think you should blink harder.
No. Anyway. Morgan line.
After you ran into Liangshan, there is a long period of time where you do not have an alibi. You lied and said you stayed at the bow, when in fact you returned to your cabin. It is very likely that you murdered Madame Yin during this time frame. No, that's not true.
Mr. Shen, didn't Afu say that he saw the murderer entering your room? Yan Chu came to the cockpit.
With all that fog at night, Afu could not tell which room Yinchu actually entered. Also, technically, that's not true because when we talked about this before, Afu basically got not pressured. Maybe is too intense a word, but he basically got kind of persuaded that yes, he must. Oh yeah, they must have not. They must have gone into your.
They must have entered a room because,
which I think was a purposeful like sway of his words by people who know what actually happened.
Yeah. Guess true.
Mr. Wu Timan breaking into my room to steal wine was after Madame Yin's incident. Other than that, there were no traces of a second person breaking in.
My problems make perfect sense and they have perfectly reasonable solutions, okay? Just because sometimes I do not see the first solution and I go for 80 solutions after does not mean that they aren't solutions. Even if the person Afu saw was Jinchu, that doesn't mean that she's the murderer. Well, leave me alone. Okay.
See, again, the bleach in the eyes is exactly why you can't tell me that my theory is 100% wrong.
No, because your theory is wrong. Okay?
No! Even if it is wrong, you're acting like it's definitively wrong, like there's no possible way it could possibly be real. Well, there definitely is!
No.
If I'm right, I'm going to fly to New York and I'm going to strangle you with my bare hands. I'm going to throttle you affectionately and also aggressively.
To explain the bleach in the eyes thing, right? Here's what happened, right? I watched the first episode of Malevolent, and in Malevolent.
You said it right.
We're calling it Malevolent. Yes. Okay, so in the first episode of Malevolent, it is a show, and you're kind of confused on what's going on because the main character is also confused what's going on, right? However, his partner's dead body in the room, and he can't see, right? And so there's a voice in his mind that can see, and it can see exactly what he's seeing, right? And it's like, hey, you better do this, you better, or else. And it's like, what, you're gonna call the police? And I'm like, the police won't believe you. Because, how are you going to explain a way that you can't see, right? And I remember him saying specifically that I'm like, okay, then just pour bleach in your eyes, easy peasy. Then you can explain why you can't see. And so everyone got really mad at me because I'm like, hey, that doesn't solve the problem with the fact that there's a dead body in the room. You probably did it. And any of the other issues there. And I'm like, I understand that, but that wasn't the problem I was trying to solve. And then everyone got mad at me because I said, easy peasy, pour bleach in the eyes, done. And then we stopped for like 10 minutes to discuss my thought process here. Because that's what we do each and every single time that I make a theory. We have to have 10 minutes to discuss it. Because otherwise, problems arise. Hi, Weezy. And I just, sometimes... you sit there and you just...
I want to listen to Cheese version of Malevolent. Cheese version of Malevolent would definitely be... I feel like Chinema and Mooney live in Malevolent. Like, in their actual life sometimes. I think that they have their own version of Malevolent where Chinema is John and Mooney is Arthur. I just feel that sometimes.
I am not a pathetic bottom. I cannot believe it.
No, you're not the pathetic bottom. I said you're John. You're the voice in the head.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know his name. Everyone just kept on calling him Two Man, and so I was like, okay, I gotta make up a name for him.
You're Two Man.
I cannot make up a name for him.
You're Two Man.
No, his name is John now. This is helpful to me, okay? Mooney. I don't know how to tell you this, Mooney. Anyway, even if the person Afu saw was Jinchu, that doesn't mean that she's the murderer.
Shaking my head.
Maybe all she did was go back to her room.
Mooney, I'm not saying you're pathetic bottom. In this situation, Chinema is a pathetic top, is what's happening.
No, we just said that if I'm John and Mooney's Mooney's Arthur, then clearly. Sorry, Mooney. Anyway.
If Yin-Shu is not the murderer, upon her return, she would...
See Afu. Yeah. Because if she was returning from...
Well, no, she would run into the murderer, I think. Right? Hypothetically?
No.
Well,
because the thing was that...
The context of this question is that, even if the person Afu saw was Yin-Shu, that doesn't mean she's the murderer. Maybe all she did was go back to her room. If Yin-Shu is not the murderer, upon her return, she would.
Yeah, she would have had to see Afu.
No, it's not.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's see the murderer.
Then yeah, see the murderer.
Because if it wasn't either of them, surely she would have run into somebody who did it, I think.
Yeah.
Unless it is discover the body? Oh, fuck. Shit. No, it's still fucking discover the body. Don't look at me! Don't look at me wasting all of our lives!
It's okay. We have a save. We saved for a reason.
We didn't. Our last save was a while ago.
Shh, we saved. After Yin-Shu left the room.
This is my line! I'm gonna kill you. After Yin-Shu left the room, Afu entered right after, finding Madame Yin dead. If Yin-Shu was not the murderer, she must have already discovered the body. Why did she choose not to tell Shipmaster Lo and Liang Xin immediately?
Yeah.
What? You're doing her voices on purpose. You keep saying that you're not, but you are.
Yes. No, please, I don't understand.
No, you made that. That was not a noise you just naturally make.
That was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was an accident.
You keep
I didn't
doing
realize
this.
That was not. Yes, I keep doing this. I'm not saying that I do not keep doing this. I just forget.
This one's you. Now go.
Miss Yin-Shu, what's the meaning of this?
There's a lot happening all at once. Well, that's what you get for coming here. That's what you get.
When you try to solve a boat murder, and we're talking about Malevolent at the same time.
We would have had this finished 30 minutes ago if we didn't keep stopping for bullshit.
No, we wouldn't.
Yes, we would have.
Stopped for a different reason.
That's what I'm saying. We would have stopped for bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Quote unquote, other reasons would have also been bullshit.
Yes.
So no, you said fucking... No, we wouldn't have. We would have stopped for other reasons. Yes, the other reasons would have been other bullshit. That's other than what we are already doing right now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We still wouldn't have finished because we wouldn't have gotten other BS.
My words verbatim was we would have finished this 30 minutes ago if we didn't keep stopping for bullshit. And your answer was, no, we still wouldn't have finished it because we would have stopped for bullshit. That's what we're already doing!
No, because I'm saying that we wouldn't cut in other BS. Okay?
No! That's exactly what I said! My statement exclusively cuts out all bullshit, period. Hypothetical and actual.
My statement says, no matter what, we would have been.
That's not what I would. Yeah, that's why I'm saying if, because it's impossible! I wouldn't have said it, we would have, if it was even a thing that was possible! The chi circles are insane. I just feel like I'm constantly being dragged in a circle.
I'm not.
And every time I attempt to get us out of the circle by clarifying the situation, Chinema insists that no, she totally knows what's going on this whole time, and reiterates the circle.
Sometimes you just have circular reasoning, and that's your whole thought process, and therefore you have to keep circling. Anyway,
if you were on Taskmaster, you would take 1 hour to finish a 15-minute task. Just to be clear.
No.
Yes.
I would have finished the wide task really fast, okay? A really good
I didn't
task
mention the
sometimes.
live task. I just said a task.
No, I didn't say the live task. The live task would have taken 15 minutes. No, but other tasks, though. I was saying tasks in general, sometimes I would have done them really fast. Anyway. Did you already discover the body before you came to the cockpit?
I...
Why are you stuttering?
I don't know what to say. It's perfect.
I'm scared
It's a perfect comment for how this is happening, Toshi.
What does that mean?
You can figure it out in your own time. I'm not stopping for more bullshit. Because any explanation I give you, you will find a way to have a problem with it.
I don't know what it means. Okay. Master Wu, stop scaring Wenchu. He's speechless. I don't think Wenchu was a bad person. Afu, sweetie.
Sweetie pie.
You say that she's a murderer, but then she needs motive. Why would she murder her own sister-in-law?
Speaking of motives, I'm afraid it isn't related to this item. I'm afraid it is related to this item left at the crime scene.
Bada bing, bada boom.
The
suitcase.
This is Yin Chu's suitcase. She deliberately closed it before leaving the cabin. Thus,
I do like
it
grape
can be
slush.
seen. What?
Oh, Minnie said grape slush, actually, and I'm like, yes, I do like grape slush. That's true.
Thus, it can be seen that the belongings in the suitcase are very important to her.
So, what does Yin Chu care about inside the suitcase?
Items
the cards.
Possibly related to crime scene items?
No, because the perfume bottle's just on the table.
Yeah, but it could have been taken out and moved.
Yeah, I want to say that... I want to say it's the cards. I'm going to kill you, Letos.
Can I save, please, game? Nope. Well, if we die, we die.
We die, we die.
Okay, thank God. This deck of poker cards was originally in the hands of Madame Yin. I remember Madame Yin was oh, that's you.
I see how it is. When
I did it once. I will do it once every 5 hours of playing games with you, total. You do it constantly.
Just because I do it once every, 5 minutes does not mean.
I'm looking into the proverbial camera.
Okay, anyway, I can, Letos. I will kill you. Anyway.
Not
I remember
before I throw you
Yin
into the bay.
I cannot reverse back to this. This is true. Okay, I tried, and then I got thrown back on me immediately, okay? I'm sorry, sometimes you stare at it and you're just like, yeah. Yeah. Nuh-uh. Watch me. Because unlike you, Letos, I can swim. I think I got confused somewhere in there because I started thinking of water. I don't remember why water got involved. Yeah. I don't know why water. Anyway, I think it's because Marie said throw me into the bay and then I got... Okay, anyway.
I'm just gonna let you run yourself out. Oh wow, Wheezy has pointed out another famous Chinema lie. Because Chinema will make up anything in a situation to prevent herself from being the perpetrator.
No, I said I can kind of swim. Not enough swimming that I would not, Anyway.
No,
Anyway,
you
I
literally
remember
said I would win letters
exactly.
because I can swim. That was word for word what you
I did
said.
say that. No, I did say that. I was talking about beforehand. The first time I said I can't swim, because you see,
You know what? You do this. I'm gonna make popcorn because I've been waiting for a point to make popcorn for the past 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna
see,
go do
that's
it now.
why.
You can
I think that.
explain to the people how you can or can't swim, however that works.
See,
And I will be
I'm
back in a
pretty
moment.
sure. Like, I'm pretty certain I said. I immediately backtracked after that, saying like I can swim, but only a little bit. I'm like 95% certain I did say that out loud. Okay. Second of all, I can't swim enough to be thrown overboard from a ship. Okay. What do you mean by you said we can? I don't. I. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I backtrack immediately because I don't know why water came into the thing, and I said like I can swim because I'm like I know that you can swim letters. I don't understand why this came in. So like anyway. Okay, I won't worry about it. I'm lazy. But anyway, ha. Anyway, so letters. I'm like this because my brain runs on two different tracks. It's like a train, okay? Like you see, your train is running. However, the track that's running on is actually on two of the tracks, and this is a problem because at any second, if any of those tracks move, the train will literally go spiraling and fall off the course, right? So it's a thing of like that happens sometimes, and it's very unfortunate. And sure, maybe they should realign the train and so it doesn't run like that. But like, there's something wrong with the wheels, and they can't figure out what's going on. So instead, it just kind of keeps going like that. It just keeps going like that. You know. Anyway, is it lemonade, or is it Sprite? Because they're two different things. I love you too, Lados. Well, it doesn't lead to you beating me, okay? Um. So you see, um, I would beat you in a fight any point in time. Because I'm no, you can't delete my model files because I already have them. I downloaded them and they look very cool and very good. I can't show it to you because this is letters, not letters. This is Morgan's Stream, and because it's Morgan's Stream, I cannot show it to you. However, they look very good. That's okay, Mooney. We love you. And uh, I can beat you though. Sometimes this is how it is, okay? Sometimes you sit here and you don't start fights because you say things that are completely true, and then everyone goes like, no, 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 you're starting a fight. I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't start a fight. And I'm like, no, no, you started a fight. I'm like, no, I didn't. Just because people decide to fight me on things doesn't mean that I started fights. I can swim. I've said so many truths actually. I've said it so many truths. So as you sit there and I said truth. Nuh-uh. I don't lie. I have never lied, actually. Nope. Never gaslight because I'm allergic to gas, and we've talked about this several times about how I'm allergic to gas, and this is the thing about me. You mean like a cute clown? Sorry, you cannot just honk at me because when you honk, it's very cute and very silly. So it's not a great goose. It is honking like a cute clown because that is what you are. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Yeah,
Ahem.
you do, Moon. Moon likes werewolves.
Have we explained how you can or can't swim, hypothetically?
Yes, because I can swim, and we also talk about how Larry is a very cute clown, and therefore, whenever they try to honk aggressively, it is just very, very cute sounds. No. Okay. No, I cannot believe this would do this to me when I'm just a silly little guy, and I just wanted.
I guess Letter's just gonna have to give me all of the emote toggles.
Yeah. don't know.
You do this. Anyway, are we ready to continue?
Yes.
All right. You may read.
Yeah. I can read. Remind me. I need to remind you to fix your Steam afterwards. Okay, anyway. But, no, Steam did an update thing, so I have to inform Chills about it. It's not important right now, though.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. I remember maddening with smiling while holding poker cards. Didn't you look unhappy?
Yet, after the murder occurred, it appeared inside the suitcase. Miss Yin-Chu, you were the one who placed them, correct? You did not wish for others to see this deck of poker cards, so you closed the suitcase.
That's a bit of a joke. How could my sister kill someone over some poker cards? It's because they're not poker cards, they're magic cards. See, look at them, from the circus.
They have the hat on it.
I've brought the poker cards over. If you look close enough, you'll discover... Also, the fact that the Ace of Hearts is a Three of Hearts. Something out of the ordinary about these cards.
Different deck. I believe this piece of evidence will show everyone the true purpose of this deck of cards.
The newspaper clippings.
Yay. I just am worried we're gonna die. These poker cards could be connected to the magic troupe of the newspaper clippings. No, that's not true. Don't spout nonsense. The beautiful magician featured in the newspaper is holding a deck of poker cards in her hand. Why are you still on screen?
Who's
I'm
on
nervous.
screen?
The health bar?
Oh, yeah.
I'm worried we just fucked up.
Because we're gonna have another question soon. No, I think we're right.
Every single time I think we are too, but the fact that it's not going away is very nerve-wracking because it always goes away immediately.
Oh, that's if we're doing the big one, but I think this is just a series of very smaller ones.
Every single one in this case, when we had that, once we had the right answer, it goes away immediately.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
That's why I'm nervous.
Okay, that's fair. I bet Mr. Shen hasn't watched that many Western magic performances. Almost every magic troupe has a show related to poker. John, the evidence you need must be related specifically to the poker cards in the suitcase.
Allow me to reconsider. Ah!
No! John, your mind is not as clear as before. Would you consider taking a break?
No, I want to keep pushing forward. I believe I am already close to the truth.
Excellent. Then let's turn over a new leaf and come up smiling.
Despite his efforts, Shen Tongping couldn't uncover the truth, and another murder occurred soon after. I'll try the autosave.
Okay.
I know. Almost like he has two people in his head. Oh, bless. Okay.
Autosave said. Okay. Is it this one then?
Do we just have to use the poker cards?
Wait, let's look at what else could... I mean, it's gotta be.
I guess.
Yeah, if we point out the... Yeah.
Okay, thank goodness. Alright, well, we were on the right track then.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Okay.
The key lies in the pattern on the back of the cards. It's the symbol of Shanghai's famous magic organization, the Unique Magic Troupe. Where did it go? There it is.
Also, the YQ makes me think of Yinchu.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway. I knew it looked kind of familiar. I watched one of their shows called Telepathy a while ago. Tickets sold out easily. When that magician Unique Mo was performing telepathy, he was using cards just like these.
Good memory, Mr. Liangshin.
But what does this magic organization have to do with the homicide cases on board?
Unless the magic organization is just a cover and they're actually pirates.
That's possible. Other than Manning, the Shokoro Ling and Kinmei House 2 were also killed. There's no reason for Yinchu to kill them.
Miss Yinchu's motive may relate to this evidence.
The clippings? Because they have a financial crisis, right?
It might be because there's Julie on there and Julia's probably her. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Oh, and yeah, also money as well. Speaking of motive, I'm afraid money is still involved. No, that's not true.
My sister's always been well provided for, and our father left her a large sum of money. There's no way she would kill someone for money.
What if she could lose her right to inheritance?
What do you mean?
Indeed. Miss Yinchu may not need the money. But the unique magic troupe does. This is a newspaper clipping found next to Old Ling's bed. The magic troupe faces crippling financial crisis. Shanghai trip becomes swan song trip. The props used in the magic performances are rarely given to outsiders. Since the poker cards used by the unique magic troupe appeared near Yinchu, this indicates that she has a rather close connection with the magic troupe. Now the magic troupe is in a financial crisis and in need of funds.
No way. Father never liked these Westerner things. You can't spend our family money on this. Yinchu, you better shape up. Those who violate family rules will be deprived of their inheritance rights.
I speculate that the conflict between Madame Yin and Yinchu may have originated from this. The conversation Afu witnessed was not about poker, but about the inheritance.
It's obvious Yinchu was after Yinchu's cut. Mr. Shen, then what about Old Ling and Hao Chu? How do they fit in?
They knew who she was. Old Ling used to be a guard for the Woos. I found the newspaper clipping next to his bed. He seemed concerned with how the Woos were doing lately, and he was in need of money. Say no more. Perhaps Old Ling and Madame Yin conspired together and threatened Yinchu. I've seen Uncle Ling speaking with Yinchu in private before. As for Hao Chu, we still cannot confirm the cause of his death. Therefore, I have yet to make a definite conclusion. Perhaps he was an accident that could be used, or a witness that was silenced.
What about the mahjong cards you just found on our person? The rest of us has nothing to do with this. Now we do.
I presume the mahjong cards were a cover to create the facade of a legendary murder. It would be easier for the murderer to get away if everyone had fallen into chaos. The actual targets should be the 3 people who have already been murdered.
John, do you have any basis for your deduction?
The mahjong cards were placed next to the victims after their death. Everyone else's card was found on their person.
But how did you put the card on?
It should not be difficult for Miss Yin Chu to place the cards on each of us.
Are you saying my sister practices magic?
Gasps.
It's bad luck to even talk about something vulgar like that. There's no way the Wu family can be connected with magic and witchcraft. The way I see it, all these bad things happening on board are cursed from that magic troupe.
Shut your mouth! Get it, girl.
Okay, Julia.
I've wanted to talk about it for a long time ago. It's not a big deal. I'm a member of the Unique Magic Troupe. I go by the stage name Julia. My boyfriend is Unique Mo, the magician.
Julia? You
How
mean
do you
Unique
know?
Sexy Assistant? I hate
That's right. It's me, your sister.
you. As a lady from a respectable family, you make a fool of yourself dressed like that. Also, what do you mean by boyfriend? Without parental permission or a matchmaker, you went and eloped on your own?
Woman's World has long advocated for freedom and marriage but in love.
Shut up! Where did you learn that filth? You're making Father turn in his grave.
Father told me that he sent me to study abroad because he didn't want me to be trapped. He said that I should broaden my horizons and see the world.
I don't know what honeyed words you said to make Father leave you so much money. But you violated family rules as an immoral and indecent woman. You lose inheritance rights.
Master Wu, everything you just said cannot even be compared to magic. That is what I truly love, what I pursue as a career. I enjoy the spotlight, the stage, the amazed looks on the faces of the audience. I also have a group of friends who share my dream. For them, I'm willing to give up everything.
Okay, very well. Once we get home, I'll immediately call for a family meeting. My guy, you won't be getting a single penny. Enough. Whether or not Miss Jinchu has inheritance rights are the internal affair of the Wus. But tonight, in this dining hall, there's a serial homicide case that needs to be solved. Therefore, Miss Jinchu, are you willing to honestly disclose what you've been through?
Fine. Yunju went through my suitcase and took out my poker cards, so we argued. When I asked for the cards back, She refused and told me to leave. I stayed at the bow of the ship for a while, then went back, only to find her dead. My cards were in her hands and all over the floor, so I put them away to avoid trouble. That's all I can say. I won't go into detail about the things I've already talked about. I don't know anything about what Mr. Shen said either.
So you're saying you don't admit you're the murderer? Oh no, that's the wrong place. That was Campway.
I wasn't the one who killed her.
And John, although your reasoning can be justified, there's no clear evidence to prove that Miss Yin-Chu is the murderer.
Miss Yin-Chu, may I ask you a few more questions? Go on. What were you doing the moment the power outage occurred? Putting away the cards and closing the suitcase. If it weren't for the power outage, I would have definitely noticed her sleeve. There's a question you have never given a direct answer to. If you realized that Madame Yin was dead, why did you not report it immediately? At the time, I really was scared senseless. I didn't know how to handle the situation. When you first discovered the body, you were shocked, but you remained silent. You screamed out in fear when you saw it the second time with Liang Xin. Why is that? The girl who would scream at a sight like that is the Wu Yin-Chu that Liang Xin knew. Were you the one who placed the Mahjong card inside the suitcase, Miss Yin-Chu? If my answer is yes, how would you reason, Mr. Shen? It depends on what else you say. So, is that your final answer? You can be the judge of that, Mr. Shen.
You put it in the suitcase, but she wasn't the one who put it near the body.
Mr. Shen, why don't you take a break?
After all this talk, the two gentlemen should have a rest. I agree. Work hard, play hard. No, I don't think so. If the two of you are resting, what do we do when Yin-Chu goes crazy and hurts someone again?
Master Wu, Mr. Shen already said that the Miss Yin-Chu won't hurt anyone anymore.
Maybe it's best that we tie her up first. And then discover her dead body? No thanks. What do you mean by that, Wu Ten Man? I'm only looking out for everyone's safety. What do you say, Shipmaster Lo? Well, it is necessary to take precautions.
Do what you must.
I'm sorry, Miss Yin-Chu. We don't have a choice. Knob.
On the bow deck of the ship over 10 minutes later.
Oh no. Someone's about to be dead. Oh no. Someone's gonna be dead.
No.
The fog over the river doesn't seem like it'll clear anytime soon. I think it's... No. No, it's possible. I think it's L.
You think it's L?
Yeah, I think it's L.
Could be.
Yeah, because L's the only one who makes sense at the moment. Because we're trying to think of who disappeared. Well, because now we can place her murder before the power outage, right? And we know that at that point in time, it must have been her. That she was the only person who was like, you know, that wasn't in the room and everything at that point in time because she left to do something,
But what
right?
happened? What about the other guy though? Because L was with us the whole time.
Yes. The other guy, remember, though, she was the last person to see him, isn't that right? Because they said that he went down there, but she also mentioned that she went down there too in one of her testimonies lists that she was down there helping him. So I think that, well, no, because, and that, I think that he died with.
Also, how could Elle have stabbed people with that much precision?
Drugs. The same way that she put the cards in everyone else's body. On everyone else's body or whatever.
Potentially, but then again,
Because at this point in time,
how did Elle kill the other guy when Elle was with us the entire time?
The other guy, as in like
the guy below deck.
The drunk?
No,
oh,
the
no,
guy below deck.
Yeah, that's
in
what
the
I was
engine
saying.
room.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little. Because I think his death happened earlier. Is what I'm thinking happened. But I'm not completely sure on that. We'll find out. Anyway. Now that we're short-handed, we'll have to wait until tomorrow to continue our way.
Of course. Safety is the utmost importance.
Don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's going to be a dead body. It's almost midnight. You and Mr. Joseph should go rest and carry on the interrogations tomorrow. With Ling Xin and Elle keeping an eye on Yin Chu, nothing can go wrong, except for both of them dying. Hurry to the dining hall to meet with Bishop. Well, I don't think so. I don't. So.
Master Wu, there really isn't anything else on this ship that can be used as offerings. Mr. Joseph, Mr. Shen, please talk some sense into Master Wu. He's going to feed our food to the fishes again. Which celestial being are you worshipping, Mr. Teeman?
I'm telling you, Yin Chu must have been bewitched to be able to do such a thing. I need to beg the Loon King underwater to give her a way out. Oh, Langshan stocked up on some sardines to make stargazy pie. Not stargazy pie.
Awful.
You could go ask him for some to give to Mr. Wu. But, like, it's so bad, guys.
Mr. Joseph?
Go on, then. I knew I could rely on Mr. Joseph to be reasonable and fair. By the way, Mr. Wu, we need to preserve Mr. Yin Chu's suitcases. Mrs. Yin Chu's suitcase as evidence. As for the money and Yin Chu's personal belongings inside the suitcase, I'll handle it.
You're so suspicious.
No, you won't. After all, those things ultimately belong to the Wu family.
I bet
No.
it was you.
You're so sus, my dude, now. Well, in terms of evidence, you will need the suitcase and the poker cards. Of course, no problem. I almost forgot. We also need the Mahon card that is in Yin Chu's suitcase, the 8 of characters. He's putting it together.
Those Mahjong cards in the box. They were left by you, Miss Yinchu? If I answer yes, how would Mr. Shen reason it out? No, this can't be.
Looks like someone caught in a misconception. Yeah,
I overlooked the fact that the suitcase belongs to Yinchu. The 8 of characters shouldn't have appeared there.
But such are the facts. Why?
Someone else did it. The 8 of characters was placed into the suitcase along with the poker cards. Yet all the other Mahjong cards were located conspicuously next to the bodies.
What's the reason for such an occurrence?
It could be that the power went out when Yanshu was putting away the poker cards. She packed the Mahjong card along with the poker cards into the suitcase by chance.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
The person who left the Mahjong card at the scene of the crime wasn't her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously...
someone else entered the room before Yanshu. That person is the actual murderer.
Yes.
Joseph, Mr. Cheeman, back to the dining hall.
What's wrong?
I have wrongfully accused Yanshu. The true culprit is still at large.
That's what I said. I cannot believe you didn't believe me.
Let's go.
Who didn't believe you?
Shen.
Sure.
John, logically speaking, your analysis just now can indeed rule out Yin-Chu as a suspect. See, here's another difference from the Ace Attorney games. The fact that we didn't have to explain it again.
Yes, thank God.
Just skip that part.
Mm-hmm. However, this also rules out everyone else as a suspect. Logically speaking, every single person now has a reason to not be the murderer.
There must be something that we have overlooked. Come on then. I'll go over all 3 cases with you from the top. Okay, let's go.
Mwah.
Why are they
Co-op deduction.
Okay, here we go. The first victim, shipmate Hao Chu. Died above the cockpit, caused death, choked to death after becoming inebriated. There was a 9 of characters Mahjong card next to him. No, that was you.
Oh, there was a 9 of characters
Choking to
Mahjong card
death
next to him.
Choking to death could have been an accident or poisoning. Next. Madame Ying died at... Nope.
Madame Yin died in her cabin, cause of death, pierced through the heart by a candlestick. There was an 8 of characters Mahjong card next to her. After Madame Yin's body was moved to the crew cabin, the hairpin on her head was stolen. Then appeared at the next crime scene. Old Ling died in the engine room, cause of death, pierced through the heart by a hairpin. There was a 7 of characters Mahjong card next to him. Based on the location and angle of the wound, we can confirm that it was done by the same person.
A hairpin is not an efficient weapon. Why did they steal it and use it to commit murder?
Perhaps there is something special about this hairpin.
Continue on first.
Those were definitely not there last time we were here.
What do you mean? This is
Oh.
totally normal. Okay.
Fucking hell. Besides the 3 victims, 6 others also received Mahjong cards.
Wu Tenman's card is a 6 of characters. He is most likely the murderer's next target.
Yeah, I do too, baby. It's very fun.
It is. With L's 5, you can choose 4, my 3, your 2, and Langshin's 1. There are 9 cards.
Wait a moment. Joseph, something's out of place. I feel like it's either going to be the design because of this one being all scuffed up, or the order because he supposedly died first. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. No, because it's... No, I'm sorry, because it's the other
Yeah,
order.
it's not the
Never mind.
design.
Psh,
Yeah.
it's not the order.
It's not the design.
I think it's the design, though.
I think it's the number because we're presuming that this is the order that people died. I don't think that's actually true.
Well, no, but what evidence do we have to suggest that this isn't the order they died in?
Okay, fine. Let's go with the design.
Because I just think visually, like, if you look at this right now, what jumps up to you as being different than everything else here, which is this one that looks scuffed up.
Yeah, but we know why it was scuffed up was because it was discovered in the bottle.
Okay. So what do you want to pick then?
I want to say
the number and the order are basically the same thing.
Okay, let's go with the design then.
Do you want to go to the order? We can go through the order. I'm just clarifying what you want me to pick.
Order.
The order of the cards is wrong.
Really? I don't believe so. Oh, I do. Okay, then never mind.
Allow me to recollect. With L's 5, Yin Chu's 4, my 3, your 2, and Liangshin's 1, there are 9 cards. Wait a moment. Joseph, something is out of place.
Wait, maybe it's the number because there's 10, 9, 10, 11 people on the ship, right?
Yeah. There's something wrong with the number of cards. We're missing 8 Mahjong cards.
Yeah.
Not 9. I understand now.
We were missing 8 Mahjong cards earlier. What is the 8 of characters doing here? Otherwise, you'd still be stuck with that 9 of characters card.
The Woos were missing 8 cards when they were playing. Madame Yin had the 9 of characters, which means that hers was probably never planted. Or that, I guess, too. Unless she just had it, she took it with herself, though. For the murderer to take the 9 of characters, they had to wait until Madame Yin left. The power outage was done by that person specifically to steal that card.
Which means the murderer only had 8 cards at first, then stole this 9 of characters later. No, I'm not. I'm not making anyone do donuts. We're on track, okay? This could have been accomplished in one go. Why did the murderer do it separately? Had no choice? Because he wasn't originally supposed to die. And because he died, they had to make him part of it.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there were unforeseen and insurmountable situations that forced the murderer to do so.
What kind of situation could it be?
I shall reconsider.
Oh. By accident, then?
There's only one possibility during the crime. Something outside the murderer's plan occurred.
For instance, the discovery of Hao Chu's death.
Exactly.
Why did the murderer insist on taking the 9 characters instead of using the card at hand?
Because of the order. Because if they didn't, they'd already given the 8 to someone else, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had to, because he died first, so they needed to reset the order.
Yeah, I think this one's the order.
The Mahjong cards correspond to the order of death and serve as a countdown. It is likely that the murderer already placed a few cards when they discovered Hao Chu's body. The murderer had to steal the 9 of characters because Hao Chu died before Madame Yin.
This is one thing you can tell. Since the murderer is so intent on emphasizing the order, that actually indicates there's something wrong with the order.
Without a doubt, Hao Chu was the first to die.
However, Madame Ying's time of death is very close to that of Old Ling. I said this earlier. I said that Old Ling died beforehand. That's what happened. Yeah, he died earlier. And because he died earlier, that means it was L.
What?
Huh.
What are you talking about? That's not what they just said.
That is what they just said.
They said that they died around this almost exactly at the same time.
Yes, yeah. They died within the same time, right? And even after conducting an autopsy, it's difficult to determine the order. We are presuming, because of the number of the cards, how she had an 8 and he had a 7, that means that she had to have died first. But what
her hairpin was in his chest. Her hairpin, which was not stolen until after she died, was in his chest.
Yes, which is the same as the candlestick. So, say that he was killed with a candlestick, and then she was killed with that candlestick. Move the body over, replace the hairpin into where the candlestick was.
Okay.
Easy peasy. Even
Why
after
would she do it, though?
I don't know yet. I haven't gotten to the motive yet. I've just got to who the killer is. That's for like after the case is solved.
Okay.
After.
Here's my question for you then. When did Elle switch out the hairpin and the candlestick? Because Elle was with us the entire time after moving her body downstairs into the servants' quarters.
You have a point there.
I do.
I don't know yet. I think it's when... No. Maybe? No.
Because I'm still not out of the belief that that people could have been working together.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely that potential. But I don't think with what we have right now that, like, I don't disagree with your theory that it could have been swapped around. But also,
yeah,
right now we don't have, the implication is that Elle, at least the game keeps insisting to us, so unless it is directly lying to us and gaslighting us on purpose, with characters who shouldn't hypothetically be doing that, Elle was with us the entire time, after moving her body with the hairpin still intact.
Yeah. You're right on that.
And also, I would, because this is why I'm like, I do think Elle could have been involved, because Elle has supposedly come from a life of, like, thievery, so Elle would know sleight of hand to be able to give people the cards that they need to give them. However, I struggle to believe a teenager would know how to precisely stab someone in the heart so that they die instantly twice.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't think it's impossible, because there's also, again, the implication that Oldling was also possibly killed by someone he knew and trusted, because that's why he didn't defend himself, and that would definitely point in some regard to Elle. So I don't disagree with the logic behind it. I just think that the game, with what it's given us, is making it very hard to see the opportunity and the possibility of it. But
yeah,
I'm not saying you're wrong inherently, but shrugs.
Okay. Even after conducting an autopsy, it is difficult to determine the order.
The Mahjong cards told us that Oldling was murdered after Madame Yin.
John, it wasn't just the Mahjong cards. Don't forget the murder weapon used to kill Old Ling was Madame Ying's hairpin.
When Madame Yin died, you and I both saw that she was still wearing the hairpin on her head. I noticed the hairpin was stolen after her body was moved to the crew cabin. When Wu Timin said that this hairpin was intricately crafted, it is hard to buy one exactly like it. The murderer could only steal the hairpin after the crime, than the murderer Old Ling.
If this was part of their murder plan, why not take it right after murdering Madame Ying?
That is indeed unusual.
Let's re-examine that hairpin and see what's special about it. Any discoveries, John?
This detail and a certain piece of evidence in my memory seem to contradict. No, wait, I didn't mean to do that. I was meant to examine it further. That's okay.
No, it is.
Is
You're
it?
correct.
Okay. Joseph.
Because the issue is that it's, what's it called? It's flipped.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is mirrored.
Huh. Joseph, if I remember correctly, when the tassel of Madam Yin's hairpin hangs to the right, the jade stamen faces... Oh, I see, you are right.
Yeah.
The jade stamen faces forward. Yet this hairpin is exactly the opposite. This is not the hairpin that Madam Yin wore.
John, this discussion is enough to overturn every deduction we've made so far in this case. This discovery. Yeah. Sorry, I saw a message and I got really confused and concerned.
What message?
Basically, blah blah, someone's drink was spiked at a club that I...
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so I'm like oh, yikes. Huh. Anyway. Yeah. Moving on.
Now we do have a reason to maybe potentially say it was L, possibly. Though I still have a question mark. Maybe.
Still a question mark. No, because then that points fingers again at Lin Shin and Wu Tenmen because...
Yeah.
It was Wu Tenmen who specifically said, right, that
it's one of a kind. You can only get it, yeah. I do think it's Wu Tenmen. Because...
Because again, Elle was also the person who kept on running back and forth from two as well.
Right. Again, I do think there's a possible collaboration. I do think like Wu Timin is the one that I lean the most heavily towards, if only because some of his behavior has been outrightly suspicious, as well as his, like, again, I do think that whole accident many years ago is maybe going to come back around. And that also he would have the reason to make it look all mythical and whatever. Though it could be Liang Xin because it's obviously not lost on me that he is the one with the 1, which means that he would hypothetically be the last in the countdown, so to speak. Which makes it very possible that it could be him.
It's also the thing of it could be also when Wu Tenmen, because they know he's next, so they have to protect him to make sure he doesn't die, and therefore he doesn't die.
Right. I do think that they could have still conspired with Elle, because obviously they did get all slipped the cards and stuff, so I do think it is very possible that Elle has been helping them and has the sleight of hand skill available to be able to do that kind of a thing. So and in that case, I do think that it probably is Elle and Wu Timin, because he was running around doing errands for him, which could have potentially been them conspiring. Shucks.
Drugs.
But yeah.
Everyone, John has several important discoveries regarding the case that he needs to announce.
We have already confirmed that Miss Yun Chu isn't the true culprit in this case.
Yes.
My apologies. I was negligent.
I told you Yin Chu wasn't bad. Look at that, your lips is gone. What made you change your judgment, Mr. Shen?
Previously, I overlooked an important detail. Madam Yin's hairpin and the hairpin that killed Old Ling are actually a symmetrical pair.
I don't understand. What does that prove?
This means that the judgment about Old Ling's time of death has been overturned. The true trajectory of the perpetrator could be as follows. They killed Old Ling in the engine room with 1 hairpin and left the 7 of characters. Then killed Madam Yin in the cabin with a candlestick and left the 8 of characters. After Madam Yin's body was discovered, they waited for a chance to steal the other hairpin. thus creating the illusion of old Ling dying after Madame Yin, as well as their own alibi. Then what's the deal with old Hao's death? Hao Chu's death was an accident that even the murderer couldn't have foreseen. To reinforce the wrong order of death, they stole the 9 of characters for Hao Chu.
I didn't expect this murder to be so cutting. Mr. Shen, do you know who the murderer is?
The only person who had the chance to commit theft and murder was... I think it's you. I'm going with my gut.
Yeah.
No? Shit, okay. We can probably try L then, I guess. The murderer was you, Wu Timin. Except it's not, because I was wrong, I guess.
You must be possessed to say something. Don't besmirch me as the murderer just because I'm nice. Yeah, Mr. Wu was in the dining hall before Madame Ying's incident. He didn't have the chance to do it.
It's fine. I just hate him, I guess.
You just hate him.
Let's see if you're right.
It's
Oh? Okay.
The Loon King.
The Loon King?
We forgot.
I didn't even realize that was over there.
It's gotta be the Loon King. We talked about this.
Aha. It is in fact L. The true murderer is L.
Hell?
Stop joking around, Mr. Shen.
But, Detective, hasn't Elle been investigating the case with you the whole time?
I did it on purpose.
How could she have killed anyone? This young lass doesn't seem like she could kill someone, unless she's been possessed. Mr. Shen, I don't think anyone believes that Elle's the murderer. That's what she wants you to think. You wronged my sister earlier. Are you mistaken again? I love how it's just dead silent. We're all like, hey, no, it couldn't have been. It's like, no, guys, trust us, we're right on this, actually.
We are the Game Shed show. I got rid of the health bar.
Guys. Gentlemen, please be cautious. Lives are at stake here. John, we've been wandering in the mist for too long. Now, the truth is about to be revealed. Do you have a way to break the doubt and prove that Elle is the murderer?
In my memory, a minor detail about L contradicts one piece of evidence. All objects and all images settle in different locations sequentially. I have a card too! It's the 5 of characters, right after Master Wu.
No, it's not that one. Keep going. Yeah.
Besides, Madame Yin barely weighs anything. It was effortless. Mr. Shen, there seems to be a piece of paper inside this pile of broken glass. I used to go up to private school, but I dropped out after my daddy owed a lot of debt. Could Madame Yin's hair grow longer?
Once you're done with speak of the show. I want to save the debt because she used to go to private school, but then she was I mean, it's possible that she was a thief.
I'm wondering if it's this.
Do you think it's the steam valve?
Like that in relation to this one. Maybe.
Dead below. Yeah, okay.
Well, because my only thing about the other one, about the private school, is we don't have any of the quotes saying that she was in private school in here.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Let's look at his autopsy report real quick. Yeah, old links. Because he has notes. Okay. Yeah. Because our thing was specifically was the fact that something about her appearance.
Huh?
Wasn't it the question that we had, right? Was about her appearance, right? A minor detail about Elle that contradicts one piece of evidence. Madame Ying's where let's look at Madame Ying's report. She has defense wounds.
Yeah.
Can we look at the details of this? 25th repeated full speed, slowly advance, power outage, power. Okay. Let's look back at the last one. No, the last statement. Going ahead a half. And we had to change it to dead below, I think. Dead slow. And then what did the navigation log say again? Proceeded full speed, slowly advanced. Okay. Maybe no, because this one says it's correct, so I don't think it's that. Let's go back and see the evidence again. It's not his dead body. It's not the mahjong cards. Can we take a look at the... Yeah. The peculiar missing escort place once took place. Missing escort case. Because now I have the feeling that she was the escort, but I don't think so. I just...
I have a card too. It's the 5 of characters right after Master Wu. Besides Madame Yin barely weighs anything, it was effortless. Mr. Shen, there seems to be a piece of paper inside the glass. I used to go to private school, but I dropped out after my daddy owed a lot of debt. It must be this one, right?
I want to say it is, but then what would be our evidence?
Okay.
No, you're right, so it's the speed. Yeah. The steam valve.
I'm gonna try this, and if not, it's gonna be the records, I think. But I think it's maybe the steam valve.
Yeah.
Yippee! All contact leaves traces. There are no murder plans that can be created without a flaw. This steam valve is one of the flaws that Elle left behind.
Huh? What can this mere steam valve explain?
Elle once told me. Mr. Shen, this is the engine telegraph. It's used to adjust the ship's speed. Once you're done, the speed of the ship will be adjusted and the bell will stop ringing. However, according to my observation of Shipmaster Lo's operation, to alter the speed of the ship, you must adjust the steam valve on the steam engine.
You're right, Detective. The engine telegraph is just a communication device. It can't change the speed of the ship. It's true Ale rarely touches the steam boiler, but how does that prove she's the murderer?
Because she didn't change it. Because the steam valve has never been adjusted. It has always been in a fully open state.
I thought that Mr. Shen was the one who adjusted the last acceleration. Mr. Shen, only you could operate such a complete a complex steam turbine properly.
That was why Shipmaster Lowe praised me. When in fact, under L's guidance, all I did was operate the engine telegraph. This steam valve has been maintaining the same state as before Old Ling was murdered.
It's okay, I think I understand, but I also don't understand. Okay, his lips is straight back, okay. What does this have to do with the cage?
It's just getting better.
The time of death.
If we combine the steam valve with this evidence, we can deduce Old Ling's true time of death.
And this is where the navigation logs come in play.
The log records the ship navigation at full speed before nearing the Loon King Temple. Thereafter, the cockpit is issued a command to decelerate at 2130. Since there is a prompt response, there are no special records on the log. Am I correct?
Yes, that's true.
But in fact, the valve of the steam engine remained fully open.
Even though there was a response from the engine telegraph, the valve was not adjusted. No wonder our ship would hear a poor place. Shipmaster, even you didn't notice there was something off about the ship's speed. Although I did feel that the paddle wheels were turning rather quickly. It was too dark and foggy to determine the speed, then everything else happened.
The Shipmaster Lowe, has there ever been a time where Old Ling forgot to adjust the steam valve?
Never. Very well, this pretty much indicates that at 2130, Old Ling had already come.
Uncle Ling was murdered. Of course he couldn't work anymore. What does that have to do with me?
I have a professional habit of checking the time whenever something happens. Old Ling came to ask for El's help in the engine room around 2120. Okay, my dude.
You're so suspicious.
10 minutes later, at 2130, as John mentioned, the ringing of the engine telegraph began.
Which means Old Ling was killed within the 10-minute time frame after you entered the engine room. Ugh.
After killing Old Ling, the murderer turned off the ringing noise but didn't adjust the valve. I hired Elle to work in the engine room, but Old Ling won't let her touch the steam engine. You've never touched the steam engine, so you only know how to operate the engine telegraph. Coincidence? I think not.
That's really just a coincidence. Besides the deceased, everyone who received a Mazong card has been in this dining room. As the waitress, you were able to naturally approach each of us to leave a card.
Before the power outage, you were standing next to Mr. Wu, with his socket right behind you. Could have easily stuck a fork in there.
Yeah. And then died.
Is that awesome?
What? Why are you laughing like that's the funniest joke you've ever heard?
I'm sorry, okay? I realized after I said it, that's not how you cause a power outage.
No.
So then you went.
That's how you kill yourself. I mean, you will cause a power outage, but, you know.
Sometimes you sit there and you're like, hey, yeah, I can only think of so many ways to cause a power outage. Okay, is that also a coincidence? The fact that you didn't die when you stuck a fork into the power outage? Are you saying Elle was behind the power outage?
The power outage not only made it convenient for her to take the card from the table, it also created chaos and distracted the shipmaster from using the engine telegraph.
As long as Old Ling's body was discovered after Madame Ying, her plan was half successful.
Then, she just had to steal the hairpin to create the illusion that Old Ling died after Madame Yin.
Giving her the perfect alibi while she's investigating the case with John.
That is why Elle is the true murderer of this case. Oh my god.
The delicious dinner.
Mr. Shen, could you allow me to say something? Go on.
Cold water.
Mr. Shen, although we haven't spent much time together on this ship, I admire you greatly. I have no way to refute your analysis. What you mean is that our claim is consistent with the facts. Am I correct?
Yeah. Elle? Elle, will you confess to your crimes?
I'm sorry, Shipmaster. I refuse to confess. Mr. Shen, I learned a lot through investigating the case with you. You always say that there are no flawless crimes, but the truth is, flawless reasoning also doesn't exist. You can't ensure the integrity and authenticity of the clues you obtain. Just like Miss Yinshu's situation, when new clues appear, new logic may also arise.
And as she is saying, it wasn't her. So now we have to turn this whole case around a third time.
We'll see. We could also just, I mean, in the past, a lot of the murderers argue for a little while before we catch them.
It was Lieutenant, don't worry, trust.
I want it to be Lieutenant. Because then I'll be right.
Yeah, because you were studying her.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Yeah. You were studying her.
Sure.
Because again, how did she obtain the hairpin in the first place?
Right.
You know?
I just think, even if she did do it, I do think that she was either blackmailed or, you know, involved in someone else.
Yeah. John, are you alright?
I believe that Elle is correct. There is no guarantee that there will not be anything new unforeseen. Even if we limit the time of Old Ling's murder to a 10-minute interval, we still have no way to confirm that Elle is the murderer.
Don't be too persistent, John. The problem Elle mentioned is precisely the reason why presumption of innocence is necessary. It is also the source of progress in crime investigation and forensic science. The purpose of the detective's existence is not to catch the murderer, but to find the truth.
I understand.
Since Elle investigated the case with you, she's been in your line of sight the whole time. And this will have a certain impact on her behavior.
Considering Elle was with me the entire time, this event may prove that she is the murderer. Considering Elle was with me the entire time, this event may prove that she is the murderer.
I want to say the 9 of cards.
Why?
Because she was the one who found the card.
We can try.
No.
Gotta be careful. Okay.
One choice left. Okay, let's look at this carefully now.
Okay.
It's
We have the dining hall newspaper. The
and that
Legend of
tells
the
you
King
specifically
Temple.
about and the escort case, which I do think is important, but not quite yet.
Pierced through the heart by the spike of the candlestick. Defense wounds are present. This is the autopsy. Found next to Madame. And also, the key word here is considering Elle was with me the entire time, this event may prove that she's the murderer. So we're looking for an event.
Yeah, something that happened. To prove. Okay, so it's not that. It wasn't that.
Adage power restored.
Navigation. We talked about the card already. That couldn't be it. We're not talking about the body. The missing hairpin. The last thing with the cards. This event proves that she's the murderer.
It has to be this. I think.
The hairpin.
Because...
Yeah, because the issue was, again, that, like, the murderer had done two things. One is steal the previous thing, right? So therefore, they're... Yeah. Because I already told you to present the 9 soaked. Yeah, so that means... Yeah.
Let's try it. We'll just have to try again if we're wrong.
I mean, you can always check a hint.
We can check a hint. Oh. Yeah, the hairpin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hairpin. Yeah, couldn't have gotten rid of it, yeah.
Elle, if my guess is correct, Madame Yin's missing hairpin is still on your person. You were with me throughout the investigations, and that hairpin was the focus of our attention. I believe that you did not have the chance to get rid of it. Shipmaster Lowe, I would like to ask Miss Yinshu to help me examine Elle's pockets. This is a last resort. Whether to execute it or not is up to you to decide.
Well, life is at stake. Yeah, that sounds like your excuse for everything.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There's no need for that. Huh? Are you about to stab someone?
Elle, you... Just gonna turn straight around.
The hairpin that you're looking for is indeed in my possession. The reason why I've been holding on to it is for the exact moment.
Help me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Kill him. I don't care if he's involved. I just want him dead.
So rude.
Man.
Master Wu, it's all right now. She's under control now. Yinchu just saved your life.
Yeah, you bitch.
Yinchu, weren't you tied up?
She's a fucking magician.
She's a magician.
This binding method is often used in escape magic. It can't trap me.
Good. Magic is good.
It sure is. A few minutes later.
That was close. Way too close.
I was this close to putting an end to everything.
What did he do? Elle, there's no hate without cause. Did you have a bad history with these people? How could there be any bad history? This young lass must have been possessed.
Wu Timan! Do you still remember Chao Qingai, head of the Yangtze River Escort Agency?
Yeah, I was right.
Da-da-da-da.
It was related to the escort case.
I always thought my daddy and the others died because the waves tipped over the ship. Until...
Quick, someone cover up her mouth.
No.
No.
She's finally gonna prove the thing I said last time.
No, because you're trying to prove that they were related.
No, I was also the one last time who said that he totally probably sabotaged that fucking ship.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I said that. Yeah, that's correct.
No, I said that too.
That's what I meant. Yeah, you said that. You were correct. I just replaced you with I.
Sure.
Why? Aren't you curious as to why she wants to kill you?
Go on, Elle. Until I overheard them with my own ears.
I thought you said you'd leave with your family after you got the money. What are you doing back here? Also, why is Lu Langshin the first mate here? He doesn't know something, does he?
I think this was you, or I can be this guy.
You can be him.
Master, madam, don't worry. Running into you two and Mr. Liangshin was just by chance. I have paid for my sins. My wife and child have died of illness, and I will soon join them. I no longer want to have any further involvement in that matter, and I won't say a word. You better keep your word. Bite your tongue and carry this secret to the grave.
Yinzhou, I still think this is too much of a coincidence. It makes me feel uneasy. Those pirates you hired back in the day, can you trust them?
They've long hated the escort agency. We seek wealth, they take lives. It's a sealed deal. Besides, those pirates are either dead or locked away. They're long gone.
What if there was a careless slip-up somewhere? You mean right here?
They were drugged, burdened with rocks, and buried in the sandpit at the bottom of the river. It's impossible to slip up.
This seems that it's just a coincidence. Amitabha, good.
You worked an inside job, stealing your own family's transport behind Old Master Wu's back. You even spread rumors saying the guards were motivated by greed and fled with the money. The poor escorts of the Yangtze River Escort Agency have been earnest all their lives. But they were betrayed, murdered, slandered, and buried with dirt on their names. I just wanted to seek justice for them.
Alas, after the agency died unjustly, peace was no more as the pirates ran rampant. This has been an utter betrayal of their heroism and sincerity.
The reputation of an escort is greater than one's life. Every debt must be paid off. The families of the agency were willing to give our all, down to the last grain of rice, just to pay off the debt and save the reputation of the Yangtze River Escort Agency. My poor mommy died performing for money without living to see this day. These hairpins were my mommy's dowry. Hinju snatched one when she ransacked our home. Jesus. The other,
Yikes.
my mommy secretly hid it, saying she saved for me to keep. These past few days, the tassel of the hairpin on Yinju's head has been swaying before me. After overhearing their conversation, how could I continue to suffer in silence? Mr. Tiemann, is everything Elle just said true?
I wasn't involved. Yinzhou was the one who came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. You weren't involved? So you didn't take any of the silver that was stolen? I just wanted to get some money to pay off my debt. I didn't think she'd be so ruthless. I didn't want something like that to happen either. I've been reciting scriptures every day, sincerely praying for the deceased.
Shut up. Since you are so sincere, please put the whole story on paper and sign it, Mr. Tiemann.
I don't think that's really necessary.
It is literally the bare minimum you could do. It is like...
Then untie Elle. I don't want to have a brother like you anymore. Wulangshin, you ungrateful brat. You're trying to get your brother killed.
You deserve it.
To be fair, you did try to get yourself killed.
Yeah.
This matters between you and Elle anyway.
Yeah,
maybe you two just resolve it alone. Yeah. This is like Letter's behavior. Not cool.
See, at least Letters admits to killing women.
Yeah, at least Letters does admit. Louise worse than that. How does that make you feel, my dude? Come on now. Write and sign. Resolve it alone. Choose for yourself. Alright. Now that the truth is out in the open, what do you plan to do with Elle? In my opinion, they started it. Elle's revenge is understandable. Yeah, but like... cool motive, still murder.
Yeah, 2 people are still dead.
Like, hey, have you considered, still murder?
2 people are dead and also a porpoise is dead.
And a porpoise.
The porpoise.
This is the actual...
You could argue one lady deserved it, but I don't really think Ling really deserved it necessarily.
Yeah, well, Ling kind of said like, yeah, okay, this happened, so I'm gonna die anyway now. Sorry guys, bye.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this.
God forbid he didn't. I'm assuming the argument is that like he didn't speak up, and that's. I'm hoping they're gonna explain exactly the motivation for that per se, but.
Yeah, like what happened on his side, but
yeah, presumably the argument is like, well, he clearly knew about it this whole fucking time, and I've been here this whole time, and now I'm mad at him. But I'm like, I don't know. I still don't know if that's completely justified on Elle's part, but you know, emotion is an irrational and powerful master, as fucking Rocky Horror Show tells me.
As Rocky Horror Show tells you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's true.
Okay. However, Ella's still taking 2 laughs. If we don't send her in, I mean, we can't just say it was an accident. Throw the bodies.
I knew I had to face the consequences when I killed them. Yinju and.
Also, the way her eyes look so dead.
I know. She's
doing such a good job with art.
It is. I really love it. Uncle Ling are dead, and now with Wu Timon's confession, I have no regrets. I will accept all punishment. There's no need to put yourselves in a difficult position.
Elle, are you sure that's what you want? Considering the unlawful infringement, your act of revenge targeted has long come to an end. Your revenge will be defined as murder. If we just send her in like that, Elle's life will be in danger.
I'm responsible for my actions. I won't regret it.
Mr. Joseph, is there nothing else we can do? Punishment must be executed by the officials to break the cycle of murder and revenge. Okay, Joseph, sure, Joseph.
Spoken like a true colonizer. Anyway.
John, what do you think?
I would like to... Oh, God.
Quote the Great King Code?
What's the Great King Code? Hang on.
I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's in our facts somewhere.
Yeah. It's gotta be in here. Natural philosophy. It might be natural philosophy, but let's keep going. Oh no, I think I saw it.
Ooh.
coffee. No, that's coffee. Never mind.
Is this one?
Yeah, that's the cards.
Could be knowledge. No.
No. So it's in facts. Try natural philosophy. And then go back up and try... Oh, right there. Yeah. Natural... Oh, no, that's an actual just a book. Try
I think more of the codes are going to be up here, like the legal stuff.
The 4 books? As well as...
Traditional... As well as permanent...
No. It's just the legal code. Okay, but like...
Let's just... Do you want to just click it?
Yeah.
See what happens? We can... Hang on. We can save.
Save. So we can...
Joseph, I believe there is still leeway to turn things around. The laws and decrees of the King Dynasty are different from those you are familiar with. The Great King Code states if one's parents are murdered and they don't go to officials, by killing the perpetrator, they are guilty of killing without authorization. The punishment is being beaten by a staff 60 times. If the perpetrator had angered them into speaking revenge, punishment will be further reduced.
Ta-da! Boom. Easy peasy. This just means that not only is Elle not required to pay with her life, she's gonna get off with less than 60 lashes.
Hopefully.
There's also a chance to reduce her sentence.
If Miss L does not mind, I'm willing to serve as your litigation lawyer. Thank you. Wow.
We get an achievement. We got 2 achievements.
Great inventor. I didn't read what they were.
Oh no, my... yeah.
I can look at them in a second. What were you gonna say?
I think one of them was the mystic one, which was just like case solved, and then a great inventor I think is the... Yeah, you solved it with the specific thing. My collection achievement. Mystic ship, yeah. Mystic ship was the first one.
Off of one, hang on.
Great
This is Afu's exclusive inventor outfit. Afu's inventor outfit unlocked. Okay.
Nice.
Cool, yes.
Because we switched it.
Alright, well. Do we keep going or do we need to
probably end it here, but we're gonna keep going until we actually finish this part of the case.
Okay. Only if you're sure.
Yeah. It's only 11. What a whirlwind of ups and downs and twists and turns of events this evening. But you were on your toes, fast on the draw, and quite literally the cat's whiskers.
Joseph,
I don't like
you need to hold your horses with learning idioms.
I don't like you. Because that just sounds like something that Mia would say, and we all like Mia. I don't like you, Joseph. I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. John, why would you say something like that to sadden me so?
Because slow and steady wins the race.
Then could you evaluate my proficiency in idioms?
It is out of this world and beyond belief. Okay.
You bet your boots we go hand in hand. Like my guy, those are just wrong. Like every so often you use them correctly and then you toss them when it's just wrong.
After this, it seems Miss Yin Chu and Mr. T-Man have lost their inheritance rights.
If you didn't just bring it up, I didn't even notice that. That's why they say, what goes around comes around.
Joseph doesn't have enough big titty to be appealing. God.
He just gives off too much Kristoff vibes to be a Mia, okay?
You're so obsessed with him being Kristoff.
Because, okay, Kristoff bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Spoilers for Ace Attorney, but Kristoff bad.
I mean, yeah.
Kristoff, one might even say, evil.
Are you gonna read your line?
10 men broke his own grave, but didn't you? If she ever needs money, as her brother, I won't stand by and watch. No, Kristoff evil.
Alfu, why have you been following me around?
Detective, my tongue is okay now, so I can speak without any problems.
Great news. For the next few days, keep a light diet. Speak less and rest your tongue.
I do think that's so funny though. I was just going, yeah, this is fine, this is normal. Hey, Awful, what are you doing?
No, I just love that because I'm just like, yeah, I mean, this feels right. It's just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
You're amazing, detective. You managed to crack such a difficult case.
Actually, if it were not for Elle's eagerness for revenge, this case...
And also, Toshi, yes, it's been years since the game came out. However, you do have to remember that it just came out onto Steam, so a bunch of people who did not before have the accessibility to play the game might now have the accessibility to play the game. So it's a thing of, no, don't spoil, because some people haven't played the game before.
You just said it with a certain energy that I see on Twitter whenever people are just like, oh, spoilers for Warrior Cats. Squirrelfly isn't the Three's mom!
Yeah, I can't believe you spoiled Warrior Cats.
I don't give a shit. I will spoil whatever the fuck I want.
Well, did you know, guys, that here's a spoiler for Warrior Cats. Tiger Claw regrets killing Redfur. No, Redpaw.
No. Red Tail.
No. Red Tail.
You're in my goddamn map!
Okay.
Anyway, what I was gonna say was my favorite one, my favorite version of that trend for Warrior Cats was like, Warrior Cats Into the Wild spoilers. Rusty left to become a clan cat! Which, just to be clear, for anyone who doesn't know, is something that literally happens, I think, in the first 10 pages of the book.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
God, I'm gonna kill you. Alright, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, it was a spoiler. I didn't know the people died in Homestuck. This was new information.
Swear to God.
Though it's very funny considering I kind of forgot that, like, we did just see the whole scene of the Midnight Crew right before Morgan tells me that, and I did not count those guys as, like, a part of, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Weezy, sorry for the spoiler here.
I guess we'll just spoil the whole thing. Why don't you? So many people die in Homestuck. So many of them. Some of them multiple times, 12. I think. So enjoy that information.
Wow, I can't believe Morgan has told me that multiple times.
I said maybe. I don't fucking remember. Probably. It's one of those shows. It's like, it's akin to an anime that runs for a very long time, where like time and reality bullshit just are bonkers crazy. You already know this though, because we've been reading it and you've seen some of it go bonkers crazy.
Have you considered I'm a big little gay?
You're gonna forget this conversation ever happened, I guarantee it.
I will most generally have to forget this conversation happened. At least all's well that else went. That ends well.
I love you.
You were able to string the evidence. I love you too. You were able to string the evidence and testimonies that were like scattered fish balls into an intricate and delicious fishball skewer. Ew, fish balls.
Afu, you may as well speak your mind.
All's well that else will. Okay, leave me alone sometimes. You know.
All's well that else will.
It's kind of blur, and you're like, yeah, this is this one because this starts with an E, and it casts a rhyme, and it has to rhyme with all, so it must be L's. And you're like, no, that's not correct. And so then you have to restart because your brain tricked you. I just wanted to say that the work you do, detective, is extremely meaningful. If the truth behind the missing escort was exposed back then, this tragedy wouldn't have happened. So, I want to be detective just like you when I grow up. I would like to be your assistant, detective.
How can you be a detective's assistant when you faint at the sight of blood? Bloodstains are inevitable at the scene of murders.
I've already come up with a solution.
Look at this fucking
That's why
dork.
he waits his silly
Look at
little
this
glasses.
fucking idiot.
Now I can't see.
Now I'm
Look, detective.
blinded. Is this your new invention?
This is a filter I made just for investigating cases. So you mean you literally just can't see bloodstains? I tried it out already. With this on, blood won't make me squeamish. This just sounds like me with horror movies of like, I'm just gonna turn to the top corner. Never mind, I'm just not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna look at this. It's okay, guys. Trust me on this.
You really put your heart into it.
So you agree, detective? I'll pack my things in a minute. I understand physics and I'm good at mechanical and research. I bet I can help you in the future. Hey, please? Come on. You can. The way that I'm just like jumping towards you.
I know, just like trying to get as close to us as possible.
We were able to get to the bottom. Oh, well. We were able to get to the bottom of this case thanks to you, Mr. Shen.
I was only able to get close to the truth through pure luck.
Mr. Shen, there's one more thing I'd like to ask you help with.
Please, speak freely, Shipmaster Lowe.
Afu came to me and said he wanted to go solve cases with you. Afu shut himself in and made gadgets on the ship ever since his grandfather passed away.
He's right here.
Now that he's willing to get off, I can't tell you how happy I am. Please take him with you. Please get him off the
rid
ship.
of him.
I'm
I don't
so
want him
tired.
anymore.
But he's a simple and pure kid. I worry about him, so please, Mr. Shen, look out for him.
Rest assured, Shipmaster Lowe, I will take care of Afu in your place.
I will dump him on the ship. On land.
Talk to Afu again?
Detective, Miss Jinshu seems to be waiting for you ahead. Detective, Miss Jinshu seems to be waiting for you up ahead.
Mr. Shen, there's something you should know. Please, go on, Miss Yinshu. Elle said that she saw me speaking with Uncle Ling in private. It's the truth.
Miss Jinshu, what did Uncle Ling speak to you about?
It's almost Elle's birthday, so Uncle Ling prepared a yellow coat skirt as a gift. He embroidered the geese on the skirt himself, and was just asking me if they looked like ducks.
Uncle Ling loved Elle with his heart. They were like a true father and daughter. Other things come to this.
The location where Elle stabbed Old Ling to death was next to the speaking tube. Yet Old Ling did not resist, nor call for help. He must have felt mixed emotions before he...
Jinshu, why don't you tell Elle about this? Perhaps it could resolve the feelings of estrangement in her heart?
Don't judge a person before you walk in a mile in their shoes. Miss Yunshu, I approve of your decision. There are some grievances that cannot be resolved.
By the way, Ginchu, there's something I just can't understand. At the time, why were you willing to risk it all to put away that deck of poker cards? Other people may not know, but I know that you really don't care about your inheritance.
Maybe I was just scared senseless by what I saw. Actually, when investigating the poker cards, I noticed something else that was odd, because they were a trick deck. That must be the secret Yinshu truly wanted to protect. Ooh.
I want to dig deeper. I like digging deeper, though.
Okay. I heard that Unique Mo's most famous performance, telepathy, uses poker cards. In this set of cards, the number of pips on some cards does not match the number on the corners. That must be the case. Afu, I believe that compared to fame and inheritance, what Miss Yinshu truly cares about is how to protect the secret behind the magic trick. Mr. Shen, you're free to interpret this matter however you like. Wink. If you ever visit Shanghai, you're welcome to come to watch our show. Of course. Ooh.
We get a magic fact.
Magic fact.
Magic fact.
Magic fact. Magic in the late Qing dynasty. Before the 19th century, magic in China mainly consisted of traditional tricks, often part of ancient variety arts. However, as the Qing dynasty neared its end and China opened its doors to the world, foreign magicians began to perform in the country. Magicians like the British Wana and the Japanese Tenichi,
Shokyo
Kusai, brought over awe-inspiring large-scale magic tricks such as the beheading and the cannon firing at a live person. During this period, cultural exchanges between China and other countries were particularly vibrant. Chinese performers renowned abroad, such as Zhu Lianku and Han Bingquan, integrated Western techniques into their acts. There were even instances where local artists competed against Western magicians in public contests.
Yeah. Trixie get over the dead sister. Always an important thing. Detective, the fog is cleared and the sun is up. Is it? I don't see it. Still don't see the sun. You're gonna have to zoom in a little farther than that for me to see the sun.
It's a sunrise. Oh, look, there it is.
I see it now.
Who could have fucking foreseen?
Something, 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 something.
Indeed. Riveting translation, Cinema.
You're welcome.
So, did Elle's sentence reduction succeed in the end?
No, she got tried for murder.
No, she was executed. Like, just fucking... Could you fucking imagine? After all of that.
Of course, Shen always keeps his promises.
For her, it's a kind of justice finally served. But I feel like something is still not quite right in this case. Miss Wen, please share your thoughts. Time. In theory, Elle considered murder after eavesdropping on Yinju and Wu Timon's talk. But is it possible for someone to devise such a meticulous plan in such a short time? To plan ahead, how could she ensure all Wus board the ship? Miss Wen, you are indeed sharp, noticing everything, even this detail.
Shen, is there still a hidden aspect to this case?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Someone has benefited significantly from this incident. It's the brother who just got all of the fucking inheritance. Unfortunately, Elle decided to shoulder this on her own, and we can't find any other evidence. Is that person...
No, it's not the brother, no.
Why not?
No, it's Uncle Ling. The person who was like, yeah, no, don't worry about this. This is definitely not a conspiracy.
Word for word, what the statement said, there was someone else who benefited from this.
Oh.
Who was the one person who came out of this with something positive. The guy who just got all of the inheritance money for himself. The guy who wanted to travel the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you like to stop or would you like to keep going?
Here. Umbrella opened successfully, hands freed. Stop here. Yanzhou is your hometown, isn't it?
That's correct.
You rarely mention it.
The experiences haven't been pleasant.
Golden Wars Publishing House is right ahead. Shen, let's go there quickly.
Continue or stop here?
Stop here.
Alright.
So yeah.
Oh, there we go.
The
oh my. Oh, not a bird. Not a fucking bird.
Crocodile too. Like, really? We gotta have a bird. Oh no, not the bird.
Well, there we have it. Another case finished. Huzzah!
Another case out.
We've done it.
Good job, everyone.
We're doing so good. This is such a great game. Such a delightful game.
Such a delightful game. It's so fun. Oh, and this is the case where there's like 26 different endings and you suffer here.
Anyway, but yeah, I hope everyone had a really good time. We will most likely be playing more, obviously either next Friday or sooner than that. Oh, actually, wait, hang on.
Waiting.
Yes, next Friday. Sorry, I needed to check when my show starts because when my show starts, it's going to maybe be a little trickier. But
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, but we should be able to do it next week, I hope. And if not, even maybe sooner. But yeah, anything you would like to say to the chat?
Yeah. Hi, chat. Welcome.
They've been here for 3 hours. But yeah.
Welcome to the For those who are just checking in, we did just finish, so sorry about that. But yeah. Um, in other news, check out my VGen and also Laris' VGen, and also you can subscribe to the Zodiac Lord on Twitch. Make sure blah blah you have notifications on so you know when we stream because we're bad at schedules. Apparently, really bad. I'm really bad at schedules. Anyway, yeah, I love you, Lados. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye bye.